Wrong, and it's all good though.
Oh my goodness.
My channel's not rated for
Timing
fucking
of your
children,
lives.
so like.
Got him.
God.
Yeah, whenever you guys are Gucci Manucci.
Roger that.
I bought something.
Pretty good.
I bought something too.
Did you? Oh. What the hell is that?
It's Bruni from Frozen 2. He's a gecko fire. He's a fire gecko. He's fucking awesome. I love him.
Well, the fire element
one
of the
He's
game.
one of the spirits.
Yep.
You guys want to see what I bought?
What'd you buy?
Did you buy a fucking Infinite?
A mouse.
Ooh.
Gaming mouse.
Gaming
Bytech.
mouse.
It looks like mine.
RGB gaming mouse.
So you guys want to take a?
You want to see what I got?
This?
I didn't buy this, but
AliExpress.
No worse.
AliExpress, Wish,
Wish.
No worse.
eBay,
No worse.
Walmart.
I went into a store to buy this.
Okay.
Go to a thrifty
we have-
store.
We have roses around here. Her gate.
No.
Target.
Well, we do have a Gabe's, but no, not Gabe.
So
Not
it's
Target.
it's a thrifty store.
Salvation
No.
Army.
Nope.
Gecko.
Not,
Safe Instant. No,
I don't
that's
know.
not one around here.
all
What
right.
is it?
Goodwill.
No.
I say that's a thrifty store.
And Salvo.
Target.
Give a small hint. Don't tell us what it is.
You wouldn't expect this to be at this store.
That's why I've said gecko.
I know, like
Country Fair.
Country Fair, yeah.
No. Oh,
Is it is it a convenience store, like
No,
a Giant
it's a-
Eagle, or is it
It's an actual like established like a business for
Staples?
selling goods. Nope. You
Oh,
wouldn't
Staples sells.
expect this to be here.
Taco Bell.
a?
Dang it.
Taco
Never know.
Bell.
Never know.
Plato's Closet.
Nope.
An
That's a good one,
established
though.
business, correct?
An act like a
Bed Bath and
business. Nope.
That's a good answer though. I can see that.
Christmas tree store.
Good answer, but you're wrong. You guys are never gonna fucking get this.
Is it in? Is
It's
it
in
in the
here,
mall?
Yes.
Is it in
It's
the,
in the mall.
like in the mall or up
The
by Best Buy?
actual mall.
Hot
I
Topic.
wouldn't.
No.
Not FYE, right?
Nope.
GameStop or something? I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know
JC
what's in
Penney.
the mall.
Nope.
Players.
Macy's.
Running out of even
Nope.
ideas.
That's
man.
like just fucking go.
Macy's isn't even there anymore.
It's not.
Wait,
Macy's
oh yeah, it
is
is.
there?
Never mind. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
How is
Forget about
Macy's
Boston.
not there? Fucking
Um,
pull up the list of the mall stores and name them all. Name
So
all
the
260.
191?
Running out of even
Nope. There
I don't know.
anymore.
Established
Is there a Dave and
business.
Buster's there? No.
No,
that's
it is
round
a,
one.
a business,
I know,
established
he went
business
to,
there
Alright, I know what
that you
happened.
wouldn't expect it be there.
He went to what happened was he went to Splash Lagoon in their arcade and he got a bunch of tickets. 'Cause he's secretly one of the best. What's that game where you throw the
Skee-ball.
ball? Yeah, skee ball. He's one of the best skee ball players in existence. They're actually working on a Lifetime movie as we speak about his
gonna
battle
be on
to the
Hallmark.
top of that. But so he won a lot of things, and it just so happens that on the shelf as a prize that you could trade in these tickets for was that mouse, and that is how he obtained it.
You got it
There.
right, perfectly on the money.
See, I told you.
All right. So, what side of the mall is it on?
I wouldn't fucking know
I
that.
don't.
I just told you where you got it.
Which part of the gun is it on? Is it
Yeah,
on the
which part
trigger?
of the
Yep.
gun?
Where did you get it?
Yeah, just tell us where you
Okay.
got it.
All right. AC Moore.
Okay.
Okay.
The
that was
fucking
like a
craft
couple
store.
of the ones I had left. Like, I would not have gotten that.
You had that on your list. An arts and
Here's the
craft store.
thing.
How? Why was it there?
I don't know. I'm going probably another day, like maybe tomorrow, to pick up some shitty RGB speakers that are there because they're going out of business.
Are they really?
So yeah, it was like
Might as well cop
80%
keyboard.
off.
We have all these cool RGB keyboards. Meow.
Nate, if you need a frame for that that poster you got for going to see that movie, like I got a poster that or a frame that will fit that for like $3.
Okay, shit.
Oh, shit.
That's why.
Oh, that's a steal.
Yeah,
Poster frames are
dude, I got
expensive.
a big ass like frame, that's like normally like $24. It was like 60% off. I was like, hell yeah, copping it. I got like 2
Dang.
frames, some stuff to
I
hang
need
frames,
something for this
and
wall right here.
and this mouse for like $21.
Damn.
Not bad.
Yeah, ASMR's great. Now they're closing.
Now that they're closing.
They're so good. I'm glad they're closing. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
I'm fucking Gucci.
We good to go?
Yeah.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, deuces, 1. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 58 of the Level Unlock podcast. Welcome back. Welcome to everyone who has been with us throughout the months, throughout the last year, as well as our 879 followers that we now have on Podbean. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
879 followers. We are fucking moving that number up. And with our now 980 downloads, which means we were only 20 downloads away from Mr. James People I Hate Studios himself having to watch Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Which shouldn't even be a thing because it's a
You
decent
should
movie.
just watch it.
He should already just watched it, but he has not.
He
So,
he has, unfortunately for him, he has not been able to catch
So-
some of the witty moments that
yeah,
has happened because of our
epicness.
yes. What was it?
So if it's any consolation, we will definitely hit that this week. So when we were hosted, we had 46 downloads. The week after, we had 35 downloads. This past week, we had 35 downloads, and I uploaded the podcast Thursday night at 11 p.m. So which gave us 1 hour before midnight on my time. You guys were already into Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Basically 3 days with 35 downloads. So it's
That's
basically an inevitable that James will be watching Scott Pilgrim vs. the World by next week's podcast. So embrace it while he reviews the movie for the world next week, exclusively here on the Level Unlock podcast. It's gonna happen. I just know it will. Anyways, we got a bunch of news today. Got a ton of stuff. Bunch of Nintendo. Some Nintendo console, actually. Kind of a Nintendo console. Mixed console. We got some Intel news. We got a bunch of stuff going on in the world that we'll talk about right quick and then get to it. Anyways, before we get started, make sure you follow us on everything. Level Unlock Podcast on every social media, including Twitter, at, who wants to say it?
LVL. Oh no, Level Unlocked Pod. Is it? Oh no, that's Twitter. It's LVL.
What?
Oh, jeez.
I guess I'll give it a
So
shot.
fuck it. I was trying to give someone else a chance and it didn't work. So it's on James, it's you.
I'm just fucking. I'm dense as a goddamn
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
And that is our
Should've
Twitter
fucking
account.
sent because I'm fucking like doubled back on myself. I'm like, wait,
You were doing good and then you stopped and you're like, nope, no, that's not right.
it doesn't
No, it's-
sound right.
I was like, oh, he's got it. And then nope.
It's the abbreviation
Cancel that.
of level and then podcast.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Level Unlocked Pod.
And make sure if you like to support the stream in any form, any
It doesn't
fashion,
sound right.
you can at patreon.com/level
like, oh, he's got it.
podcast.
Nope.
Be
It's
the
the
first
abbreviation
Patreon that
of
help support the
level-
stream, help fund it. All the money goes directly back to the podcast, as well as we have exactly one more week in our $50 gaming gift card giveaway. Mr. Mark, where can they find that sweepstakes?
You can check that out at tinyurl.com/levelunlock-sweepstakes. That's tinyurl.com/levelunlock-sweepstakes.
Make sure you go there. You follow our social medias as you get more entries to win yourself a free $50 gaming gift card of your choice. So let's get into some news, boyos. Who wants to go first? Not news, our weeks. Sorry, our news about our weeks. There we go.
Or
That's a
weeks.
good. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll go to get into the
How you
notebook
doing,
first.
James? That's pretty cool.
Hey, so.
You sound
So,
like the Untitled Goose Game.
uh,
Honk.
So, yeah, my voice it's getting better, but it's still like gone for
God
the
damn.
most part.
Every time you
it's
say
pretty-
I wouldn't have
about,
guessed.
like, fixing itself, it just
it
cracks.
just boom.
You think it's normal, and all of
my
a sudden it
voice-
just hits that note.
My voice is becoming a hot train wreck. So, thank God we don't have any big news things like a State of Play or Direct that came out, because I wouldn't be able to handle it. Yeah, recovering
James is getting
from
over
illness.
The coronavirus.
Yeah, pretty much
He's almost
recovering
better.
from the coronavirus.
Yes. Work at Best
let's
Buy.
see.
He apologizes, but past that, he doesn't.
So I didn't really do a whole lot because I was just laying in bed coughing for like 3 days, so that was fun. I bought Smash Bros.
Did get everyone to play it too.
I've been playing
I know, you
Smash
guys-
Bros. That game's a lot of fun.
I was watching you guys play today. It does look pretty damn fun. I need to get a Switch. How much are those things?
300.
$300.
Are they really?
You would know, Nate.
Best Buy credit card.
you can get a Switch Lite for a little bit cheaper.
Yeah,
Can't
it's
talk
like
it
200.
though.
I bought my Switch for fucking $300. Holy shit! That's
I
like-
didn't.
I bought 2 Nintendo Switches for $300.
I did not realize I spent that much.
Technically, didn't you buy one for like 150, or did you just put that towards something else?
I put that towards something else.
Can game for people who are interested, just because how much that's selling, not to take over your week. But can they find them discounted like at GameStop or anything
Well,
like that?
It's
You
very
can-
hard.
It's only like a few bucks. It's like $20 cheaper.
For anyone who wants to get one but doesn't want to spend $300, that was
It's
an
yeah,
option.
they-
280.
They kept their value really well, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Number one selling console in the world.
Is it really?
Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, well, right now it is.
Well, right now it is. Over the last
Yeah.
like year.
Year.
See.
Yeah, I bought a new Switch. I got the new neon one,
Ooh,
What color did you have before?
gray.
Hang on. Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Now you guys were playing some sort of like arcade. You can play the older games on that thing too.
Yeah. So they have a pretty not huge library, but a library of Super Nintendo and original Nintendo games on there that you can play, and it has
Something like
online
this.
support,
Yep. You can
which
play.
is pretty rad.
They were supposed to be releasing monthly updates to both the Super Nintendo and Nintendo emulators, but then they decided against it.
Probably because they were running out of games that they felt first party wise at least
Yeah.
that would be big here. So now they got to negotiate.
I'm mad because I never released Diddy Kong's Adventure, which is my favorite Super Nintendo game.
In time.
Wait,
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
too.
Sorry, James, keep going.
It's okay. I also started playing Control a little bit. That game's really good. Remedy kind of hit it out of the park. Maybe got like about an hour and a half, 2 hours into it. Yeah, they knocked it out of the fucking park with that game. They did a great job with it.
What is it?
So it's the game where you play as this character who goes to the Bureau of Control. It's like a branch of like almost the U.S. government, and they kind of make like super soldiers.
Okay.
And you're one of those super soldiers. And, you escape and then you come back and, you kind of just want to figure out why this is happening, what's going on and everything like that. Yeah, from what I hear with the end of the game, it just basically turns into a Jedi battle.
Nice.
Like, because of all the cool shit all the flips and force powers you're doing, it's basically just a Jedi battle at the end of the game.
That's pretty cool.
So I've heard a lot of good things. It's really good for the little bit that I played. It's classic Remedy. It's made by the guys that did Alan Wake,
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break, or yeah, Alan Wake, Quantum Break, and the first 2 Max Paynes.
Isn't
I was
Control
a big fan of
technically
those
like
games.
part of that Quantum Break universe?
Quantum Break and Alan Wake are a part of the Control universe.
Huh?
Yeah,
I'll have to look into that shit.
yeah. It's a part of the Control universe.
Okay.
Funny enough. I played Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13. That's definitely a video game. I don't really want to go into it because
That's a video
not many
game.
people know about it. So, it's an R8 strategy game taking place in China in, at the end of the Han Dynasty. So, it's if you're into that, play it. It's good. I mean, that's been my week. Haven't really done shit again because sick.
Yeah.
Nate, how about
Oh,
you?
and Dragon
go ahead,
Ball Z
sorry.
Kakarot. Sorry,
Yeah,
Dragon
you've
Ball Z
gotten fucking
Kakarot.
far in that over the last like 2 days.
That was
Yeah, I
entertaining
just-
to watch, actually.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That game looks
I'm
neat.
I'm sick of it already.
Are you?
You're almost done.
I'm probably hit the halfway point.
Oh, I would say
I've
more than
definitely
that.
hit
You're on the Cell Saga because the only one left is Boo.
Yeah, but the Boo Saga's pretty long.
Yeah, that's true.
And then this last arc, this last part of the Cell Saga is a pretty healthy chunk too. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
there's,
true.
it's like I think I'm hitting that wall where it's like I just want to get on with the fucking game.
I wonder if you're gonna play as Hercule when he tries to fight.
Probably.
No, no,
Mr. Satan!
no, I want to play a Cell
That would be super
and
cool.
just dunk on Mr. Satan.
Yeah, that would be cool. Like having, like I said before, when I said in your chat, I think the ones that you lose, I think that you should lose. Like they should make the guy just
Yeah,
stupid hard, and then if you win, perfect, you win. But you're like, it's not
you beat
intended
it.
to win.
You beat that
Yeah.
arc.
Like,
It's like in DMC 5 at the very beginning of the game. There is the final boss.
Yeah, fuck
And-
that.
You are like supposed to lose pretty hard to it, but some people have been able to beat that boss, and it's just congratulations, you beat the game.
and I think that it should be the same concept. Like, not beat the arc, but like you just get like a better achievement. But like when like Cell faces Trunks and Vegeta, like Cell fucking just annihilates both of them.
Yeah,
But in the game, you actually beat them to go to a cutscene where Cell
I
just
get a
fucking annihilates you.
S-rank in him.
Yeah,
I S-rank the shit out of him.
and then literally
and I
the
still
second
lose.
later, like Vegeta's getting his arm broken by Android 18. Like, okay, why didn't you just have Android 18 beat the shit out of you in the game? Like things like that. Like have her be like 15 levels higher than you or something.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's that video game stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But I do like the concept that you playing as Cell, like playing as the villain. For that,
That'd be rad.
fucking one
That's not gonna
punch him.
happen, but that would be rad.
We need
Yeah.
these kind of games like Dragon Ball and that good shit. We need like the villain version. I feel like
Villain's
that's
point of view.
a cool idea. Yeah,
Well,
like if
what-
you're playing a game, like you should let like in Dragon Ball, you should have like an entire other arc that you can play as like Cell or Broly and go through their shit.
Well, they kind of did that with like the Budokai Tenkaichi games.
Yeah, I thought they did that with one where you could play as Raditz or whatever, and you have like an alternate ending to that thing.
I
Yeah,
thought that
they
was
had-
2.
It could be too.
I don't
think
remember.
played that.
I really liked like Budokai Tenkaichi 3 where it had the what if scenarios
Mhm.
where there were like small little segments of what if it was Raditz that was sent to Earth instead of Goku?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fucking like one shots. That'd be super
Yeah.
cool. That's why like, so not to like completely just hop off topic at all, but like that's why I love comic books because they do the one shot versions that like it would be an entirely different kind of situation. Like the Joker White Knight one, which is just for long story short, Joker becomes like the good guy in the version and like shows everyone's that Batman's like the bad person. Like he's causing the issue. If he didn't exist, Joker would exist. All this stuff. Like there's so much you can do with all these different characters and all these different stories.
Oh, I
That'd be
agree.
super cool for like Dragon Ball or and even like My Hero, seeing the point of view of like One for All and like Shigaraki and all that shit.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
So how about you, Nate? How'd your week?
My week, not too much, honestly. Hung out with the lady. We had our 1 year anniversary dinner last night.
Congrats.
Been together for a year now. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a long, fun year. Other than that, gaming wise, got a fucking Switch thanks to the good man in blue in the middle for everyone on watching my stream. Good guy James.
Bless you.
He also got Smash
Dying.
Bros.
Got
Yeah, I
sick.
also got Smash Bros because of this man. Surprised the bullshit out of me.
So, all right. You guys saw the
Bless
text
you.
chat where Nate was being a bitch. Like, oh, I don't, you know.
Oh shit, my fault. I thought I muted.
Like,
We'll edit it in post. It's fine.
You
So-
won't.
Nate was being a bitch in our text chat. He's like, because you were the one, Nate, that were like, yeah, we should play Smash Bros. Initially.
No, I agreed. I just
And
didn't
then
have
you're
it.
like, you're just like,
I don't have money.
yeah, I don't have money. So I was like, fuck. This is after I already went to Best Buy to pick up Smash Bros. For myself because I didn't have it. I sold it. And then he texts that, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So I text our mutual friend Mike, and I'm like, yo, do me a favor. Yeet this at Nate when he walks by. I do a store pickup for Smash Bros. I'm like, it's his. Yeet it at him when he comes by. And then yeah, so he didn't do
Shit.
that. Said he just gave it to him. Like, that's not fun.
That's
I
awesome.
I was genuinely fucking like, I was like, what happened? Like, I still can't believe it. I appreciate that.
Good
Like I
friend
said,
right
you
there.
gotta come to fucking gatherings and got you.
I'm actually busy this Tuesday.
Well, it's fucking, but this is the St. Patty's Day.
That's true.
We're not paying. It's next Tuesday.
Yeah, next Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah. The following Tuesday, not this one.
Oh, not this one, but the next one.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's after pay.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
yeah, okay,
Like,
yeah, no,
he's like,
you're right.
okay.
Now you've only had that game.
I'm doubly busy. I'm not even gonna be in Erie.
You've only had that game for a
Oh,
short
fuck.
period of time, and you guys have been unlocking characters, haven't you?
Yeah,
there's-
yeah. I have like a
Well,
quarter of the roster done already.
So how does that work? I mean, you guys, as you're playing, first off, how many characters do you get right off the base?
8. The
The
original 8 from
Okay.
Smash Bros. 64.
How many are locked? Would you say?
Nah, well, are we counting
80.
the battle pass or no?
Are you? Did you say
Yeah,
80?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
80 plus. It's like a solid
like
probably
that.
90 characters because the battle pass
How
is
many
released like
characters
5
are
or
in
10.
Smash Bros.
Okay. How do you unlock these characters?
Okay, so as you can do
74.
it a couple.
Stop. Stop. Hey Google. Stop.
So have you ever played Smash Bros. Like on 64?
characters.
74
Oh,
locked
74?
characters, or like 74
Yeah.
overall? Okay, 74 locked
Oh, locked.
characters.
74
And
overall.
how do you unlock these characters?
Have you ever
So
played
there's-
Smash?
A long time ago. I haven't played Nintendo products in.
There's 2 ways you can
Million
beat
years.
these. You can unlock these characters. You can either play through the quote unquote storyboard, which is kind of super lame because you have to go through 8 sections of these characters that you already fucking have. I mind you.
Sucks.
And it's
Like,
long.
it's super dumb and tedious.
Now,
Now
does
the way
each
I unlock
character
characters,
does each character have its own story progression, like in Twisted Metal? Or
No.
Mortal Kombat?
Not anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
I think it used to be like that.
Yeah, it used to be like that for Melee, where
Well,
you
they
had to
have the
unlock a
class-
character and play like it, play as that character.
Yeah, there was the story mode, which I mean, you guess there's the classic mode, which Ultimate has.
Well, that to unlock the characters, you used to have to when you unlocked that character, you then had to go back and do the whole thing again with the character you unlocked to unlock a new one.
well,
Like
Greg-
now you don't have. Now you don't have to play as a specific character.
Okay.
Well, when you start the storyboard, you play Kirby because he's the only one left.
Kirby
Yeah.
is the strongest being in the galaxy.
If that's appropriate.
Which-
My buddy Greg is saying that Smash Bros is behind a timed play wall. As time goes by,
Kind
you
of.
have a chance
Yeah.
to fight and win them.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's
as
there's
you
a
play
timer.
through the normal, as you play through the normal, like not the story, but if you just like do battles, about every roughly 10 or so minutes, mind you, that could be given give or take, you'll get to a point where it says a challenger has appeared.
Yep.
And you have to fight that character, you beat that character, and then you unlock them.
Unless
Mind you, this is super common knowledge, so I'm not giving anything that nobody knows, is that if you, whether you win or lose against that challenger, you can home button, which will take you out to the main menu, X, close the game, reopen it, do your normal fight, and then it'll pretty much instantaneously, whether you won or lose that one.
the
you'll
timer
get
resets.
Yeah, if you do like the shortest possible battle, which is like I do a minute, so I can just continuously burn them out because I've already played through the story, like not that story, but I played through the majority of the game, and I ain't got time for that. Just
Well,
to
Basically-
yeah,
flat
my buddy
out-
Greg says the other style is pretty lame. The other mode is lame.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, you
Doing
can.
anything besides quick play is kind of
Yeah. If you decide just to keep doing match after match after match and not close the game, then yeah, you have to wait 10 minutes in between each thing to unlock a character, unless you completely shut the game down and then it resets it, and that allows you to basically reset the timer immediately.
The thing I like about that is that as far as I know, I don't think that like the developers can fix that.
No, it's
I
a
don't
huge
think they
bug
can,
in the game.
They can't physically get rid of that, which is like a big plus for people who just want to play with their friends, so they can just like bang it out and have a good time.
And get all the characters unlocked.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how
Honestly,
long does it take to unlock all of the characters if you want?
If I recall, I want to say it's like 100. No, it's like isn't it like 50 or so hours?
Something like that if you were to do it normally.
Yeah, if you were to do it regularly without shutting the game off after each battle, yeah, it'd take a while because it's 10 minutes between each match, and there's 75 characters. So
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, I
It's-
mean,
It's pretty
with that
crazy.
with that amount of characters, I would have gladly paid like $5 or $10 to just unlock them all.
yeah, which I'm surprised they didn't do that.
It takes 66 hours if you beat every character at the first time.
Yep.
Because mind you, if you lose, that character gets
And these-
recycled somewhere else.
Well, no, because you can immediately refight them after doing another
Really?
match. Mhm.
I didn't fucking know that. I need to go get Shulk then. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's in the vault. If you go to vault,
Okay.
there'll be a little door at the bottom right.
It doesn't, mind you, it doesn't show up all the time though, but for the most of the time it does.
Okay.
After you collect a certain amount, it automatically shows up every time.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Huh.
And the AI
But
is
if you
fucking
lose,
tough.
if you lose that one though, then it goes away.
Who's your guys' favorite character so far?
Ike.
Like,
I mean, I like Little Mac and Terry Bogard.
Yeah, Little Mac's fucking
F tier.
stupid strong. He's
He's
from
F
Super
tier.
Little Mac's from Super Punch Out.
Yeah, he's the character you play as in like Super Punch Out.
Yo, my
Yeah.
buddy Greg saying that time basically melts when you're playing that game with homies.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna play some more tonight after the podcast.
Yeah, I've been watching you guys
I
play.
opened
It's pretty fun. I mean, it looks fun.
It's just a
Smash
game to
Bros,
play
that's the
together
best.
too. So
Yeah.
The best way to describe it is it's Smash Bros.
Yeah. Now, how are
I
you
mean,
guys
so
streaming
I
that?
mind. What do you mean?
Elgato,
Yeah.
like how me and James all of us can stream our PlayStations
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
through the Elgato,
So you just
plugged
plug
into
it
our
into that.
computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, capture card. It's super nice. Like, my personal favorite character is probably. I like Shulk a lot, but my dude. Corin is my main favorite character.
Two.
I love him. Corin. He's the
Oh,
he's the
Corin.
dude who turns into the water dragon.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
My dude's saying Ken all day.
Nah, fuck Ken.
Yeah, no, fuck you.
But both of the Street Fighter characters are ass.
Fuck off. Eat a dick. Bullshit.
That's facts. You know it.
Bullshit. Ryu
The
is
Street Fighter
fucking
characters are
boss.
bad. He is terrible.
I will fucking drop you right now. I will fucking. I'll hit you with that.
I'm
Show
a
you
block
can.
away. Come get me.
Let's do it.
Is Cloud in this?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Every
He's like He's in the 30s.
Everyone is here.
haven't-
Everyone is here. Sakurai probably almost died at least 3 times making this game.
I'm just surprised for how long I've played this. I've not unlocked Cloud yet. That's all.
Now, how
So
do you guys?
realistically,
How
how
do you,
long have you played it though?
how do you guys open it up so that you can invite each other to play? What is that? Just like gamer codes or something?
Yeah, the Nintendo has a very stupid code system for friends.
Really?
Yeah,
Does it generate a different code every time?
no. Oh, whenever you create a new account, it creates a friend code.
Huh?
It creates a friend code every time you create a new account. So
Okay.
it's like a 12-digit number.
Well, you should
it's
was.
kind
I
of
will
like-
say,
And then you gotta pay per month to unlock the online feature, and then you can play with everyone.
or you
Well-
or you just pay yearly.
Pay
20
yearly.
bucks. Oh, yeah.
$20 for a year. I mean, that's like nothing.
You can't
that's true.
beat that. Other people need to drop their fucking prices on
Well,
it.
shit, you guys should post whatever that friend code thing is to like our Discord or something to the level unlock
Oh, yeah.
Discord or something, and then we'll find out who the real who the real master of
Bro,
the
once I
Smash
get
is.
Corin, I'm telling you, it's over. I'm telling
Let's
you.
see. He says friend code
Yeah.
nonsense.
So since the last 20 minutes since we went live,
Yeah.
I've been playing Super Smash, and I've been doing where we leave
Have
and go
you
back.
really?
I have been. I've unlocked 6 characters.
I've
that just shows you how
legitimately
fast-
contemplated that. Like, I was like, should I just like grab the handheld mode and just like bang it out
Yeah.
while we're talking?
So yeah.
You're not using Joy-Cons?
Damn it! Damn it! I'm a docked.
Oh,
I can't.
I'm not docked.
Okay.
But yeah, so
That's
my
fine.
week, nothing too crazy other than that. Like, I've just
Like
kind of been
Halo
hanging out. Let's go. But
Neo potato.
yeah. Other than that, I want to say I played some Call of Duty. Mind you, I know a lot of people don't like Call of Duty anymore. But, like, I still have some fun with it. Other than that, I really haven't done much.
Oh shit.
Kind of been doing IRL shit, just trying to get shit figured out. Yeah. So honestly, like, my week's pretty much over. So yeah, nothing crazy this week. Other than I mean, I've been going to the gym again, which has been a lot of fun actually. I've been feeling a lot better, like health wise.
This
Even
is
after
good.
like I've only gone 4 times so far, but like
Only takes a couple times to feel the difference.
Oh, for sure. Like
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
so
I mentioned that.
I was talking to Walker about this, but I let's try again. I did deductors and abductors, and I'll tell you what, if you know what that is, you know. You're aware. If you don't, the fucking lower region hurts real good.
Let's just say if you do too much weight, you're standing up and you're waddling. And
You become bow-legged.
Yeah. You can't walk normal.
You ever heard of rickets? You get rickets.
Hey guys, when we picking Rocket League up again?
Bro, I'm down.
Dude, that game we were going pretty hard with that for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to stream more. So like, if we play games that we can all get into,
Yeah.
I'm fucking here.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, whatever.
That's my week.
Yeah.
Essentially, all have for the most part, have the same games, except for James sold
Well, I
his
was
Call of
thinking
Duty.
about- I mean,
Yeah, got rid of that shit.
I was thinking about since depending on what happens with the Thursday night battle royale thing, like, what if we just mixed it up that night
Yeah.
instead of just playing Overwatch every single time? You know, we'll play different things.
I know
Yeah.
Aim's in the fucking Rocket League, so like he'll have fun. with this.
Yep.
That and the
Fucking-
Jackbox. That's
Can
always
we
a good
please
Yeah,
do
time.
stuff
that?
like
'Cause
that,
I didn't buy
yeah.
that game for nothing.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
And anybody.
I liked your version more than Fladry's version.
Oh yeah, I had to leave that night. Was it funner?
Jack in the
Was it
Box.
fun at all? Or?
No, I like your version, the what you have,
Oh,
other
okay.
than Fladry's. Fladry has an old, but the one that you had, where the 2 people had to go up against each other, and we had to like write our own word in, and everyone voted. Like
That shit was
this
funny.
person, that was hilarious. It was so raunchy, but it was freaking perfect.
It got really dark.
Yo, Greg, Thursday nights. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that this Thursday. We play. We usually play Overwatch on Thursdays. This is to the general audience too, for those interested. But On Thursdays we do the battle royale with cheese, which typically has been Overwatch, which is open invitation pretty much.
No one's
maybe.
been on.
But yeah, nobody's been really on lately for it. So we might switch it up to different games. So if you're interested, we'll put some links probably in the Discord to our Steam IDs or something, whatever we need to do so that we can make inviting people
way easier.
Oh, Greg says he plays Overwatch as well. But Thursday nights, guys, like that's the night where we open up the doors to group competitive battling.
Fuckery.
Yes. Yes. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Generally, one of us are streaming pretty much every night of the week.
Yeah, for the most part. James has been the one that's been the most consistent lately.
The one that's been.
Yeah, he's been on top.
Yeah. So,
But kudos to you, sir.
Shucks.
yeah, if one of us isn't streaming, the other is in this group here. So,
How about you, Schroeder? Since you're already going, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. It's been productive. To a degree, I actually have to say. Have made some updates to the Arc server. I've been really grinding away at that. Trying to balance out a few things. Added an economy to it. I did that a little while ago, but I've been tinkering with that and customizing it. Added a Pokemon arena. So they added these cryo balls to Arc, which I think break the game, honestly, but that's what they do. That's what they do. So, in a nutshell, it's basically Pokeballs.
I agree with that.
And so I took it upon myself to go into admin mode for our server and essentially build a Pokemon arena.
You did. It actually it's fucking awesome looking.
Yeah,
You gotta
Good.
definitely take a picture and post it because it's.
I will. I'll drop it on the thing. And this is also an open invitation for the most part to this server as well. Slightly vetted, we don't want people running around just
Killing our shit.
yeah for no reason. So
You kill my kangaroo, we're gonna fucking have fucking.
it's presently it's PvE, so there is no killing each other's dinos right now. It's player versus environment. So the idea is it's a creative community server, but on like Thursdays or something, or I mean one of the nights of the week, probably Fridays maybe, we'll have it PvP, so that people can choose to. Because think about it, you can't even do the Pokemon battles in PvE.
No, you can't.
Yeah. So, but then I got ideas for all kinds of stuff. We built a boxing arena, and Walker and I tackled it with our armor on. What were we wearing? Desert armor?
Yeah, we were in desert armor. My brother was the ref. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and
We were just straight punching the shit out of each other.
And the desert armor was good because when you don't wear any armor, you get knocked out in like
Seconds.
super fast. But when you were in the armor, it actually was like it took a couple. It was a fight to actually knock each other
it was
out.
3 rounds.
Yeah.
Fucking full going ham at each other.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking funny. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, my time, 5 o'clock his time. So we're both fucking tired. Let's just fucking go ham. Let's do it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. And and I have an idea as a way to make it so that that it works like that and that it's fair. It's through upgrading leather armor, but we'll play with that idea and stuff. But I got that, and then there's a few other things built into the stadium, essentially. That
Call of Duty area.
Yeah, there's a Call of Duty area. There's a capture the flag area. There's a racing area, a jousting area, target shot area. There's like a hotel system there where you go to a table and you buy a note, and the note has a code on it, a PIN code, and then there's a building that has a bunch of rooms in it, and the door lock is basically the pin for it, what you just paid for. And then because it's a community center, the way it's set up, you can generally, if you go to another person's base, you can't lay stuff down because it's not your base. There's a distance wall, if you will, that you can not place things. However, when you're at the community center, you can place, I believe, furniture. I don't think you can place foundations and walls and stuff, but you can place like beds and tables and benches and dresser, and things like that. So essentially, you go to the place, you pay for a room essentially that has a pin. You go to the room, and then you can place your beds and your stashes, and because essentially, there's also going to be a garage so that you can have your Pokemon. I keep referring to them as Pokemon. To have your dinos chilling until it's your turn to fight in the arena, or if your dino gets beat up, because we don't want them to kill each other. We want them to, it's honestly, it's supposed to be an activity. This whole area is supposed to be an activity where you practice controlling yourself and controlling your characters and your dinos. Yep. So the idea is, you whistle command your dino away before you kill the other dino, and then whoever concedes obviously loses. And
it's actually pretty cool when you throw the cryopod, when you actually throw it and it bursts open, almost identical to what it would be like a Pokemon ball and stuff too. So it works out really well.
Yeah, it's super fun. It is super fun. But if your dino gets beat up, you can't just throw it back in a cryopod because it won't heal properly. So, alongside of renting a room, you'll also have a stable essentially where you can post up your animal so he can heal. So there's some kind of cool things. And then as far as the community goes with it, is we have a community center, and at the community center you can buy tables where you can sell things. And there's a bunch of little areas at both locations where any player can purchase one of those tables, and then the whole setup of it, you could sell your crop. You could literally sell anything at the table. And there's one that actually has a built-in fridge in it too, so that you can sell food and drink and even animals. You can even post animals up. So it's kind of neat. I was thinking as far as the episodes go, one of them being just getting one of those shops set up to record as a YouTube video for the server to show how it can be done. Things like that. So I got a lot of fun things in store for the servers. I think I'm going to run with this one. I do have to try to find a balance between this and other things, because I don't. Yeah. I do want to. I feel like I have to focus on a specific thing, or I'm going to try that anyways. And but I don't want to be limited to just that. You know what I mean? So something to think about and play with. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah.
Plus,
one of the hardest things about being a creator of something.
Yes, is finding the balance.
Yep.
Alright, and then aside from that, I'm trying to get my brain ready for the move, because I'm heading back up to PA, which will be nice. Yeah.
Word. How about you, Mock? Yeah, what's
quick.
up, James?
Stevie says
we're all super cute.
Aw.
That's true.
You're adorable, Stevie.
Oh, Stevie.
Real recognizes real, Stevie.
There's nothing too crazy going on with me. If you want to watch me make mediocre content, you can watch that on YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. I guess gaming-wise, this week I've been playing a lot of Smash, just a lot of different games. So then, I've just been trying to variate it, trying not to stick to the same thing because I don't know.
You don't want to get burned out on the one game.
Yeah, I get bored and that sort of thing. So I'm just trying to stay active.
Shit.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
For myself, a bunch more camping shit.
Nice.
Got a
bull thingy. Oh.
God damn, you're always you. I'll tell you what, out of all of us in this group, if there's anyone that lives in the goddamn future, it's Walker. Dude's got the day, got futuristic toilet, futuristic cups, Jesus Christ, futuristic menu every single night. His robots, freaking droids delivering his food to his house. Jesus.
That's true. Got a water pack, water backpack.
Over here.
Nice.
Arizona. That's why I'm moving down there, because it's the future. Clearly. Look at this. Look at that.
Look at that. It's a backpack for water.
Right.
I do want one of those.
I'm gonna add those to the art server.
Camel
just to have.
packs.
Yeah, you just be sitting here gaming with a water backpack. You don't never have to get up.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think
you
it'd
could-
probably be
dude,
good
you
for,
could
like,
put your
working out.
G Fuel in there.
Fuck yeah, man.
Fuel in there.
Put a couple scoops, and you're good.
Put your
point.
mouse G Fuel in there.
Stupid.
It's so fucking convenient.
Oh, man.
Played a game of Apex. So that was nice, just one. And then the rest
Just
of the
one.
time,
That was a
would
nice
be sp-
$10 Game Pass
yep.
in one game. God, that
I
was
Put it to good use.
Did you win?
I was bored. I did. No, I didn't win. I got 7 kills though.
That's
I
so
got
good.
bored the one day, so I wrote
Those
down a
games.
bunch of shit that's already built into Ark that I don't need to write it down, but I wrote it down anyways. There's recipes, and if you just go to the area where the recipes are, it literally tells you what the recipe is, but for some reason I decided to be fun to write them down.
Scribbling to the madman.
So
If
my
you're
wife
close,
tried to read it, and she was like,
What are you doing?
"What the fuck is this?"
What is a Mijo berry?
Yeah.
Why do you need so many narcotics? What are you doing?
She's sitting there, and she's like, "What the fuck is this game?" And I'm like,
What's this dim?
"It's like
It's a
fuck, what the-
lifestyle.
This is a lifestyle. Jesus.
Like, what the fuck is kibble? Like kibble and bits, dog food?
Like, don't
no.
even don't even get me started on fucking kibble, bitch. That shit is so.
You don't even know.
hard to fathom it.
Shit, you gotta fucking kill to murder in that game to get it. You don't even know the lengths I have to go through to fucking make it happen. But no, that's pretty much been my week. I've been thinking the same thing, just trying to find something different to play at least once a week to kind of break up the week. I feel bad for Goku. He's been calling me like, "Hey man, when are you gonna finish playing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I know, bro."
Have you watching me play this giving you any inkling to go back to DBZK?
It has, but at the same time, it's like, fuck, I'm literally watching you play it. It's like, so if I play it, I'm just fucking repeating the same content you're doing. So it's
Dude,
just like,
you know what game I
son of a
really,
bitch.
really, really want to play as a group? Super bad.
what?
Attack on Titan.
There you go. That'd be fun.
Have you guys ever seen gameplay of that?
I have, yeah.
Oh, it is.
I have.
It is really cool. It is really, really, really cool. And I love games like that, bro. Like, when we get all settled in up there, if I can swing it, I'm going to try to make that happen. Because when you guys get a chance, watch some gameplay of that game. Because it reminds me of,
It's a hack and slash.
Yeah,
hack and
it's-
slash.
but
Like Dynasty Warriors or something like
like
that.
Dynasty Warriors, but with the physics of Spider-Man. You know, it's pretty crazy. It's a good time.
Yeah, no, I've been thinking, it's like, I want to play Kakarot at the same time, but if I stream it, because other people who watch you watch me too, and it's just like, I literally just watched this whole playthrough already. It's like, shit, do I really want to do that? Fucking. So I'm contemplating that or not, but we'll see. It's
Is
gonna
that
happen with Final
multiplayer
Fantasy
at all?
VII anyway, so
Yeah.
Is that multiplayer at all?
No.
that'd be fucking nice if it was, but no, it's not. So many characters you can play at one time. I'm surprised
Yeah, right.
they didn't do something. Because it's not like the original Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi games where you had like the 1v1 modes where you could fight your friends. They don't have that in this game. That'd be cool if they did, but they don't. Because there's already, you got Xenoverse and then DBZ Fighters, don't you? You can do that with. So I don't think that's probably why they didn't do it, because they already have 2 other games that came out in the last 3 years that have that. I just don't think they want to make too many of the same thing. So,
Right.
but no, that's pretty much been the majority of my week. Next week I'll probably have a new
New camping equipment.
camping equipment. I did buy a pretty. They had a gun show. America's largest traveling gun show came to Tucson yesterday. I went there. That was kind of cool. Not what I thought it was, but I thought it was like I got a scope, a really nice red scope for my AR for $50. That was pretty cool. I got some really crazy discounted ammo. Asked some really stupid questions, and all these really big gun buffs looked at me like I was retarded. I was like, sorry, I don't know. They're like, well, what does this have? What does this have? Like fucking Aim Rate the other day was talking to me, and I felt so bad because he's asking me all these questions about my guns, and it's just like, I know I should know this, but I don't. Schroeder was in that interaction.
I didn't know. I didn't need to know.
I'm just like, like I know I should know this because I own this stuff, but I feel bad that I don't.
Right.
So that's pretty much. I had really nice, like, camo backpacks, like workout backpack type things for $15. Like, they were amazing quality. I got to see for the first time in person a 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Nice.
Oh
Those
my!
things are huge.
That was just, oh my god! It was probably, if you probably stood it up, it was probably almost as tall as me.
Jesus,
Like-
really?
They're
Yeah.
big.
Wow.
The bullets.
Well, the bullets are the bullets are like yay big.
The bullets are about almost a foot long.
What the
They're-
hell are you
they're
taking
meant
down
to
with
go-
those?
A fucking car. That's
Yeah,
what
Take
tanks.
down tanks and shit.
Yeah,
tanks.
it goes right
You
into
take
the
down
engine
the
block and
thief that's in the
cuts down.
that's in your neighbor's fridge down
Fucking
mile.
7 miles away.
Yeah,
If you get the
Jesus.
I think the highest end scope, it can see.
it can see up
Some-
to like, I want to say it's like 10 miles.
Yeah,
That's
Something,
Yeah.
like, something crazy like that.
yeah. If you have a clear path, the actual scope that goes with it, it's like a $10,000 scope. It can see like 10 miles.
Yeah.
Like, it's that precise,
crazy.
precision.
insane.
Like,
Um,
okay, so the best way to put it, have you seen the movie Wanted?
So they
You can
With James
curve the
McAvoy?
bullet.
curve the bullets.
No, I haven't seen that actually. No.
So there's a scene in it, if anyone else knows what I'm talking about. And I mind you, yes, that movie is highly exaggerated, but the way that dude shot the one guy in the beginning of the movie when he is on the scope on the top of a building, that's factual. Like, he could see, like, that would be how far that scope could see. It's over like roughly a 10-mile radius.
That's insanity.
What was the movie that Ryan Reynolds was in with I'm trying to think. It was
Hitman's Bodyguard?
no, it wasn't old. Not,
That was a good movie.
not Boondock
Yeah.
Saints, but what the fuck was it? What the fuck was it? See
Blade.
if- Hell,
That was a bad
Gun.
I'll
movie.
see. I'll see if I can find it. But in that movie, the one chick was using sniper rifles from
My
one
mom said she
hotel,
wants to see that.
going from across the street, and the chick would hit a dude with the sniper rifle, and they basically flew across the room, and their body parts exploded.
That's
Um,
pretty count for you.
Christ.
Yeah, it's. I've always said for protection, I wanted a Desert Eagle, and everyone, my brother-in-law, when I was talking to him, he was like, "What are you trying to do? Decapitate somebody if they could break into your house?" Like, hey, at least they would learn. They'd be going out with on the other side without a leg, or maybe both, or the whole entire chest will be gone. Because it's the same thing. A
You want a
a
hole
desert.
in your head? That's how you
Yeah.
going.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have a hole in your head. You wouldn't have
You
it.
no longer want a head?
Smoking Aces. It's got William
That's
Dafoe in it.
crazy.
Oh, I love Willem Dafoe.
But yeah, it's 50. It's if you stand that thing straight up and down, it was literally as tall as me. Yeah, and the guy showed the bullets. I could have bought it when I was there. Asking
$5.
price, yeah. Asking price was 12.50, not 12.50, 12,500.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
It's like you want to buy it. It's yours, man, for that asking price. I was like,
That was like that's like the price of my
I'm
car.
Gucci, bro. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate it.
he had a lesser version that was 5,000.
That one
was
will only
small.
do about 5 miles.
Yeah.
Tank that next.
Yeah.
But that was cool though. I was thinking because they have gun shows in Lake City where they did like raffles and shit, and they give
Yeah.
you free beer. That's what I thought it was. That's why I went originally, but it's not.
Not at all.
Major cities like this, I feel, probably don't do that kind of stuff. But it was still cool. So that was my week. Nothing too fantastical. Hopefully now I can actually shoot my AR for the first time. I haven't shot it yet, so now that I got everything that I need, including a case, so we'll see how
Before-
that goes one day.
Before we start the news, there was one thing that I forgot to mention with my week. I watched episode 7 of Interspecies Reviewer.
Ooh.
You did.
Okay. How was it?
Did you enjoy it?
We had a live.
Well, Walker, Schroeder, and Mark know exactly my thoughts
Yeah.
on it. Well, first off, I love that interaction with John
Interaction.
Mary when he came in to the Discord.
Fucking, he comes in yesterday. He's like, "What's up, guys?" James starts talking about the interspecies reviewer, and immediately 2 seconds later, John Mary just dips.
So no,
Like,
this is how it's go. This is how it went. Okay. He goes, "Hey guys, what's up?" And as he says that, I go, "Oh fuck, I need to go to Pornhub and watch the newest episode of Interspecies Reviewer." He immediately dips out.
Yep.
That's fucking hilarious.
He's like, "Oh, okay. I don't know what these guys are fucking talking about."
All right. So, I could only go through one episode because this episode just got me. It fucking.
Strap in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
You're in
Alright.
for
Not
a treat.
not strap on, but strap in.
All right.
Strap
so
on probably works.
All right, episode 7. I guess this is more directed towards Nate and the audience. Because
Okay.
Mark, Schroeder, and Walker know exactly what happened to this episode in pretty great detail. I think I heard one of them start throwing up while I was explaining it.
You don't have to.
Last
You don't
time.
have to. You don't have to go into a lot of detail for this. You know.
Oh, he won't. I know he won't.
No, I won't. So, Nate,
Yep.
you ever been to SeaWorld?
Unfortunately.
You know where, you know that, like, almost half of an auditorium?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, and there's, like, Shamu swimming around, having a good old time, you know, flip-flopping around.
Mhm.
So,
He's distracted by his game.
yeah, he is very distracted by Smash.
I just unlocked Corin. I'm gonna.
Like I gotta
Now-
do this shit. You don't
inside,
understand.
he's like
He's
going
freaking out right
insane
now.
Right now.
Like you don't even realize.
Now, imagine instead of Shamu flip-flopping around doing sick 360 nollies, it's instead Shamu stands on a stage and just lays a big old egg while a bunch of people are going, "Fuck yeah, oh my god, that's the hottest shit ever."
It's weird,
And that's
weird,
episode
weird.
7
Why is
of
And
Interspecies Reviewers.
and to put it in more context, that is extremely dumbed down by like 20,000% from the actual explanation
watch
that
these
we
things?
got yesterday. Just throwing that out
what
there.
is it that takes you on these journeys?
Curiosity,
hilarious.
my dear Watson.
That show is genuinely hilarious, and I actually really like the show. And then this episode happened, and I'm like, fuck, there's no way they can get worse than this. It will
Just you
only.
wait.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is like, so the human, the elf, and the angel, and this reptile dude go to SeaWorld and watch reptiles, fish, a fucking sea anemone, a penguin person,
In person?
just yeah,
Oh, something happened.
just lay eggs.
Weird.
And
That
the
is
mermen
Interesting.
were just
to
getting
me.
so hot and heavy in their little tank. They were just jizzing everywhere.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Bowser.
They loved it so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's closer to the review we got yesterday. It's still not quite, but it's closer. Anyways, on that note,
Everyone hated it except for the lizard guy who gave it a solid 9 out of 10. Everyone's like, this shit's gross.
Fox Pix Media. Has anyone watched Airplane and Airplane 2, the sequel?
I
So
watched the
Airplane
Airplane one.
those are
It's
some
so-
classic movies right there.
Since its 40th anniversary of Airplane. What is Airplane?
That's awesome.
You've never seen Airplane?
I don't know
No.
what it's not ringing a
Don't
bell.
call me Shirley. That
Remember,
Shirley,
we're
you
counting
must
on
be joking. Don't call me Shirley.
Remember, everyone's counting on you.
I actually don't. I don't know what that is.
Uh,
It's like
Weird.
engage the autopilot, and it's just like a fucking
Just so
like
cool.
inflatable.
I've never
basically
Well,
just
pilot-
If I
the
see
comedy about it, like an airplane crashing.
Okay, if I see the
Calm
thing
down.
of it, I probably would recognize it.
Calm down.
It's been a while.
The Office makes a couple reference to it when Michael Scott says, "Don't call me Shirley."
Yeah.
Things like that. It's just little things like that.
It's what is it? Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Oh.
Shirley, you know what you're doing. Don't call me Shirley. Michael Scott says that a bunch. Like that's where you got it from.
I see.
Well, let's get into some news, gents. Start with some video game news this week.
Fidgy games?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Who wants to
Yeah.
go first?
I
Once
mean, you're
again,
like
the
the
dead
only
science.
person that really has video.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot either. I mean,
I guess I have. I have some video game news.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once you go, I'll go, and then you guys can.
Am I gonna go first? What?
You are
the
gonna go
fuck?
first.
Holy
So?
shit!
You're,
Okie
you're in the
dokie.
limelight here.
You are.
We'll
Who's
rip
counting on
through my little gaming news that we have here. So, Nvidia said that they're pulling the publisher's games from their streaming service GeForce Now. So they're pulling 2K games from their service now. So if you ever wanted to play
of fucks.
Borderlands, BioShock, Civilization games, NBA 2K, or any of their other games, you can't do it anymore. They lost their licensing.
Yep.
Have
Go
at
ahead.
it.
I was gonna say,
Well-
along with who else just fucking dropped them as well? There was 2 other companies too.
Well, Activision
No.
Blizzard blocked.
Activision,
Dropped
Blizzard,
them
and
already.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bethesda, Activision, Blizzard. I think EA did it as well.
Yep.
Probably. Everyone's
Epic actually just tweeted that they're in open arms about using their service. They say that
Yeah,
it's the next
Half their
generation
games
of
are fucking
gaming.
free.
Yeah, and
but
Epic's
literally-
full blown behind it. They're like, let's do it, boys.
there's literally no downside to the developer, to these publishing companies, to having their stuff on this service.
Yeah, I don't know why they were like, nah, we're good. Never mind.
well, initially it was fine because it was a free service and it was in beta. But whenever they started charging money to, I guess, access those games, then I guess it's a licensing problem.
Mhm.
Well, but here's the thing, though. It's not like the companies are losing money. Like, it's not like Activision Blizzard is losing money because people are playing Call of Duty 87 on using GeForce Now. It's not like you had to buy the game beforehand, and all you're doing is just using hardware that Nvidia owns to play your game.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I don't know. It might be a barrier to entry. Like people have to pay $5 to get access to the service that's already free. Might be
Right.
against like their terms of service. That's the only thing I can think of.
what are you lobbing out the window?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you lobbing out the window?
Oh, you can still. I didn't realize how much was never. I had leftover salsa, and I wanted it out of my room. I haven't gone upstairs yet.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Just
boys and
launch
girls,
it out
we
your
have our
window, though?
we have
They're
our
like fucking animals or raccoons outside your house.
We have
Yeah,
our-
the
Like looking
skunk
for
thing.
stray salsa.
That's what we're gonna
Shit.
hear about for the rest of the week is, guys, I think there's a skunk outside my window, man.
we just have our first crime debut on the Level Unlock podcast. Nate decided
It's
to
just
litter.
Salsa. it's organic.
No,
It's like
you know what
onions
it-
and fucking peppers.
You know what would have been fucking hilarious?
If the thing, the thing would have launched too.
If he threw that, well, yeah. If you threw the, if we heard you say fuck,
And then
and
somebody
threw
down
the
there.
through the bowl that I was in, but no, you just throw it out, and then all of a sudden, really loudly, you would hear someone in the distance go, "What the fuck is that salsa on me?"
Fucking shit.
Oh, that would have been the greatest fucking clip ever.
I didn't realize how much of my window was actually in. I thought I was just gonna be able to nonchalantly get away with it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Oh
nice
my
that
God.
we're
I was-
friends.
I think we were all watching you through that entire thing.
And we're just
wondering
like,
what the fuck is he doing?
what is going on right now? I'm very confused.
My first thought was like, oh yeah, it's probably warm in there. He's just opening up to
Yeah,
get
right.
air in.
Get some.
Yeet!
And then he opens up the screen window. The screen
Like,
window.
well, that's gonna
and
bring
I'm like,
bugs in.
What's
doing?
this kid doing?
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Moving on. Halo Combat Evolved Remastered is now available on PC.
Yay!
Wanted to play that.
Mark, how is it?
I've played a couple rounds. It's not too bad.
It looks fun.
It's very similar to the old one, but it does have a lot of quirks and stuff that don't match the old game. Like a lot of the pacing doesn't really work for me still. Like I like the pacing of the original one, where this one is still pretty clunky. I don't know if that's just how Halo games are now. It was fun though. They give you some options that allow you to choose between updated sounds and the original ones. They have support of 4K and ultra wide displays, and good old 3D character model views for customizing your Spartan.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
How weird is it playing on a keyboard and mouse again?
No big deal. It's weird playing the game again, like recognizing the maps, because during that time I was used to playing like fucking Quake or Unreal Tournament, so it plays very similar to those kind of games. So it's weird getting back in that sort of thing.
It's going back to an arena shooter.
Yeah, I like those kind of games, but the newer Halos didn't really do it for me.
That's fair.
So I'd give it a try. I just wish they would have released it all as a single package, because this by itself is not worth like the $104 or the $40 collection. Like,
Or $10 separately.
yeah, I just wish it was already sold as one package. The last
the
thing
whole
I
package was released.
Yeah, true. I guess that's my biggest disappointment about the whole Halo thing. We'll see whenever it's all released if I actually end up liking it.
Yeah.
Last bit of news that I got is Google is sending out 3 months of Stadia access to Chromecast owners via email. So if you have a Chromecast and you use it actively, check your email, because you might be invited to try out Stadia, but you still kind of need one of their controllers and more other shit. I'm not too sure, to be
Yeah,
So-
you need one of those. And a Pixel.
I,
Yeah,
Pixel
and a
or a newer
Pixel
Samsung
device.
phone.
So, okay, out of curiosity, because this still like pertains to the gaming and whatnot, why wouldn't, like, if someone doesn't want to go buy one of their controllers, but they already bought one of like their phones, like a Google phone, why not do some sort of like virtual controller through your? Like, wouldn't that would work perfectly fine? I believe
would-
Sony did
Oh,
it.
that would be shit.
Sony did it, and the Sony one
They
wasn't too.
did. And it was shit.
It wasn't that bad.
It's bad.
Using
Have
it,
you-
using. I didn't
I-
use it personally. I saw like a couple of.
I
Experience.
played. I sideloaded that onto my S7. That app.
Okay.
I played the Division with that once. It took me all of maybe 5 minutes to decide I'm never doing this again.
Dang.
Well, why not have the access to like just do a Bluetooth control?
Because it's fucking Google and they're idiots. It's the Stadia, man. Does anything with the Stadia make sense?
No,
it
but
starts with the controller. The
they
experience
want-
starts with what you're holding.
Yeah.
if you want like people to like actually jump on this, because let's be honest, the Stadia is fucking dead, and it was pretty much from birth. Like it was dead on arrival. Like it was dead. The ship was sunk. Wow, they were dead before the ship even sank. I can't fucking talk today. I haven't had this issue all day. But so would you already have to have like a Chromecast Ultra? Or do you a normal Stadia? Not a Stadia, but will a normal
Probably
Chromecast work?
Probably Chromecast Ultra, because you need the Chromecast Ultra to use it. At
Right,
least
so-
as of right now.
Greg says
So-
but they wouldn't make more money.
Do you think they're gonna see like? Are they gonna do it to people who like? Would you be able to go out and buy a Chromecast Ultra, and say you want to go buy a controller too? Because I can play this for 3 months. I'll check it out. Do you think that they're gonna do that, or they already have to have like a X amount of time established account.
Probably X amount of time established account.
Yeah,
'Cause
they don't specify, and I don't even know if you can buy a controller by itself, or if you
No,
have to
you
buy
can't.
like the full Pro Stadia pack or
That's
whatever.
so
You have to buy the whole
dumb.
pack. But Nate, no, I think you can buy the controller separately now.
They would see a massive influx if they did these things.
But here's the thing, Nate. Here's the thing. It's the retailer's fault for not carrying the controllers.
Is it though?
It's the retailer's fault.
Is it though, Google?
Yes.
All right, let's blame everyone but ourselves.
Couldn't they? Why? I mean, couldn't the retailers just order them? I mean, isn't that
No,
what
They
it comes
don't.
down
They
to?
didn't give anyone any.
Mm-mm.
They
The
didn't
only
send
place-
anyone anything.
Yeah, the only place you could buy the controllers is the Google store.
Seems a little
They didn't even like.
silly.
They didn't even reach out. Like, so I mind you, when like there's a new console or a new game or whatnot, companies will send big businesses like cutouts and different things. They gave fuck all about the Stadia. I imagine Best Buy would be the one place they would try to like
Really capitalize.
shoot the Stadia. Give us a
Yeah.
fucking cutout.
Yeah,
or
you
something.
figure they'd capitalize the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Like even if they would have made like Best Buy exclusive, it's the Stadia here. Like that would be the best possible thing. But no, they just kept it to themselves.
Yep.
Which doesn't make any business sense at all, but who am I to tell Google anything?
Who knows?
Consumer.
That's just my opinion. Like
The
I think
consumer.
yeah. Why listen to your audience?
But that's all that I got for news. Who else has got some stories?
I mean I got tech news, but I know that Walker has gaming news.
Yeah.
I have
can do that,
gaming news.
Do you have gaming news?
Yeah.
Well, since let me go since I'll be talking everyone's ear off for like 5 minutes at the end with movie news. I'll just run through my gaming news really quick so my stuff's not combined in one. How much Nintendo stuff do you have so I don't talk about it?
I mean, I have just about the PlayStation being sold.
Okay. Well, then I'll start off with my first thing. EA loses a big key company. Unrelated to anything that's going on, but I Am 8-Bit, a creative services company that makes video game collectibles,
They make really cool stuff.
was set
really
to
great
be
stuff.
the creative director for all of E3. Basically, set the stages, set everything inside, outside, everybody has dropped out. They are no longer going to be the creative director for E3.
That seems like not a good idea.
They have backed out due to creative differences compared to what E3's vision is and what their vision is as to what they want it to look like.
After about 5 weeks.
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
when you know shit's
bold
bad.
move, man.
That's when you know shit's
Yeah.
bad.
So,
I don't even know what to say to that. to
I
be
know,
honest.
man. That's gonna.
so
E3's
now,
dying. E3's basically dead.
yep, E3 does no longer has a creative director. In terms of a company that will basically be modeling and setting up the whole entire venue. They have yet to say what they're going to do, as to what the next steps are. They are very sad and feel that it was an unfortunate decision that their creative partners have dropped out. But the show must go on. They will re-envisionate everything and shake things up. They say stay tuned. I Am 8-Bit says, due to creative differences, we have resigned as a creative directors. We wanted it to be evolutionary, but unfortunately there was too much involved and the differences were too great for us to stay on. Best of luck to all the organizers at this year's E3 2020.
Damn. I wonder
So-
what the specifics are to that.
I feel like it's a lot of petty bureaucracy bullshit. And
Probably.
I have no idea.
Who knows?
Probably.
But I'm assuming they had, okay, so this is the stage that we're going to have, the main stage. We're going to fucking deck it out with all this shit. Is probably what I Am 8-Bit, the company, was coming out like, okay, let's fucking do this. And E3 probably was like, well, how about we take this and put this here instead? And then they were probably like, well, how about no, we're the
Thought we were the
directors.
creative directors.
Yeah, and it could be vice versa. Maybe E3 asked for this, and 8-Bit said no, it doesn't make any sense, or something. Something happened in terms of the direction where they couldn't agree on the terms of what they wanted E3 to look like from a standpoint of decoration and all that shit. So now there's nothing. Like last year when they did Microsoft's thing, the creative company, they're the ones that did all of that, the Lego cars, all that shit. They do it all, and now they don't have one. So it is not known what'll happen of it. Obviously, E3 they're not gonna not have E3, but they're gonna be scrambling around to
Make it look
figure out
nice.
what to do. Yeah. Next piece of news that I have is actually about Overwatch. So.
Wow.
The Overwatch League obviously has different competitive seasons. In the 21st season, they have released their players that are banned. It is Orisa, Hanzo, Mei, and is it Baptiste?
Orisa, Hanzo, and who?
Mei,
Baptiste.
Baptiste are the 4 characters that are banned from the 21st competitive season of Overwatch. Each year they take different characters, and they don't allow them to compete in the game. And this year, those are the 4 characters that you will not be allowed to play as in this year's competitive Overwatch season. Why specifically those characters? They didn't really go into detail. It's just basically those are the ones that they picked, more or less, is what it comes down to. I didn't realize there's 21 seasons so far. How long has Overwatch been out for?
4 years? 5 years?
Really?
5 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was in high school, so
Yeah,
I want to say 5-6 years.
Yeah, I
Let's check.
beta tested. I did a beta test on PS4 for
Same.
Overwatch before I moved.
I want to
Really?
say
Yeah, it was probably about 5 years.
Yeah, about 5-6 years. I think I was-
2016.
2016?
No, that was my senior year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, those are the 4 characters. So I'm guessing for only 4 years, 21st competitive season, they probably must have multiple seasons a year then, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I
think
was
we have
in high school. Weird.
You were in high school?
No,
Okay, I was
Probably
gonna
came
say,
out
aren't you like
earlier.
much older than me? Like by like 3 years?
not much, but a few.
Yeah, so those are the characters in case you're wondering. Final Fantasy VII news, they have announced that if you have watched the demo for me and James or just watch gameplay in general, essentially what you do is that you can swap in between all the characters. So while you're Cloud, you can switch over to Barret, shoot his hand machine gun at the dudes in the sky. All the characters are going to be playable except for one. Red 13 was announced that he will.
420 XD will not be available.
Yep, he will not be playable. For those who don't know who he is the dog, the red dog. He will be used in combat. But they have determined that his style of play does not fit the rest of them, which I don't really feel that makes sense.
I feel like he's going to be a much quicker character. He's going to be like a Yuffie, probably.
Where they said it doesn't match the other styles, so that he will be essentially there doing his own thing and attacking, while you can switch in and out between the other characters. So that is a thing, so you will not be able to play as him. There's a demo secret ending, which I did not know.
What? I'm sorry?
Yeah, so there is a secret ending that people didn't realize until they played the demo twice. So when selecting the bomb time, you have an option for 30 minutes or 20 minutes. Unbeknownst to a lot of people, by picking the 20-minute time frame and Barret calls you cocky, that unlocks a special ending
Really?
that you don't get when you press the 30-minute time frame. So the secret ending, spoiler alert, is Cloud's vision starts shaking and you see Sephiroth. You know what I'm talking about, James?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
scene
the secret ending.
starts-
If you pick the 30-minute time frame, that doesn't happen.
Wait, but doesn't that that happens in the original
Yeah,
game?
that's the
Well,
next
for the
sequence of
demo.
game.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
For the demo, it doesn't happen.
Right,
Really?
but that's the next sequence in the game.
Yeah, no. For the demo purposes, that doesn't show up. The game just ends.
Interesting.
So yeah, that was something that was found just a couple days ago, where people weren't realizing it, and then someone finally put it together that sequence doesn't happen when you pick 30 minutes. Which, to be honest, there's no need whatsoever to pick 30 minutes. Because I think in the original Final Fantasy, they only give you 10, 15 or 10. Yeah.
I thought it was like 15 or 10.
It's way less time. So yeah, that technically is a secret.
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, that ending is technically a secret ending with the Cloud's vision starts shaking and you see Sephiroth, Sephiroth, as oh, I still hear that Sephiroth. Cringy.
Number 10, Sephiroth.
There's been some
15, Burger King foot lettuce.
I was like, isn't that the Burger King foot lettuce, dude?
Yeah. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger is foot fungus.
Oh, gross.
I gotta tell you, fucking, just real quick side note since we're talking about him, my buddy is actually in one of those videos.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, my buddy, he had a little home video of this thing that and it ended up in one of those compilations of his actual video because he names him by name, like his.
That's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll fucking link it in the Discord.
Next thing, so there's been a lot of news of RE13.
RE13.
RE3 make, sorry.
Great game.
Yeah, RE13. Of RE3, with Nemesis being just an OG boss.
Ooh, hold on. So, speaking of RE3, there's actually, if you play the new demo for RE2, that was the one-shot demo, originally, they remade it so it's not a one-shot demo, but it's the same damn thing. If you head outside of the RPD, and you hang out in the almost the courtyard for a little bit, you actually hear Nemesis go stars, but that wouldn't make sense because this, like, Nemesis shows up after the events of, like, almost immediately after the events of 2. Leon and Claire would be underground time, so it wouldn't make sense. But I just wanted to throw that in there.
It was just a little Easter egg.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to lore though.
Isn't Stars like the super like fucking Black Ops version of like whatever the shit is?
They're the RPD's version of SWAT.
Okay.
So there's been a lot of rumors because they're making Nemesis so OP in this game that so in all the Resident Evils to date, there's safe rooms that you can go in, you can relax, you can sit in, and you can't be attacked by the bad guy. And there's been a lot of talk and rumors going around that if Nemesis is chasing you and you go to the safe room, he enters the room with you, making it basically just kills you. And there was a lot of news going around that was a thing. RE, the company, Capcom finally came out and has debunked those rumors, saying that the safe rooms are safe. No, Nemesis cannot break into the room. Despite that he is a pretty badass character, that the safe rooms are exactly what they are. They're safe.
Yeah.
So anyone who was worried or anything like that, you don't have to worry. That is not going to happen.
Yeah, it was just bad reporting at that point. It was hilarious because I saw like my Google timeline was just filled with stuff saying, "Oh, the safe rooms aren't safe in Resident Evil 3," and I go, "Bullshit, they're not." And then, like, immediately after that, I refreshed the next time I refreshed the news feed, the very first thing that pops up was like, yeah, Capcom said that's false.
So yeah, it's been debunked, and that definitely not a thing. So you do not have to worry. Nintendo, the last couple pieces of video game news. A lot going on in the Nintendo sphere. One being, which I completely forgot about. In 2 days, it's Mario Day, March 10th. It is Mario Day. So if you are looking to buy, tomorrow for you guys. If you are looking to buy Mario games, that is the day. Tomorrow is the day to buy them.
Oh my God! So help me, fucking God! Actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say, so help me God if fucking Smash Bros is on sale, but I could just get the price match.
There was a lot of games that are under that are discounted to $10. One of the big ones, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario Party. These aren't necessarily $10, but they're going to be greatly discounted. So the discounts between $10 to $50 is the discount that you will receive on games on the Switch itself on Mario Day. Super Mario Maker 2, Super Mario Party, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Tokyo Games, Yoshi's Crafted World, and a bunch of other first-party Nintendo games.
Nice.
Including Mario Kart. And there's a couple other ones that are in there that will be crazy discounted. So, if there's a day that you want to buy some games to play with your buds, that's definitely the day to look. Myself,
Your buds.
I have Smash, Party, and Mario Kart. So if anyone doesn't have those and they want to get them, we all can play. So I don't have Sonic, but I do have the other ones. With that, more Nintendo news. You guys, I don't know if you guys heard about this. So there's Breath of the Wild. There's a new challenge. So the challenge is you beat the game without running or walking at all.
Don't touch the ground. Floor is lava.
A guy did it. A guy beat the game without running or walking whatsoever. The ways that you can move are paragliding, climbing, swimming, unsing horses, which you put in quotes, I didn't use this, but you can, shield surfing, flurry rushing, but just literally no walking or running. And he beat the game by doing that challenge.
That's madness.
It didn't say how long it took him, but he was able to accomplish it.
That's madness.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Zelda players are crazy people.
Yeah.
I love it.
Seems that way.
Sound like Fallout players.
So yeah, if you want to be able to, if you want to try to beat the game without touching the ground one time, that there. Next thing that I have for Nintendo is that Pokemon Go is getting a competitive league. So that's for those who still play Pokemon Go. They are adding a competitive feature to it.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. The full season will debut March 13th and end in May. During the Pokemon Go Battle League Season 1, trainers will be paired up against similar ranked competitors through an online matchmaking system. The league format will rotate between 3 leagues: Great League, League, and the Master League. As players win battles, they climb the ranks. Each ranks offers a new possibility, new opportunity to wield a variety of different awards. So you're looking to play online with your Pokemon, now's your chance.
That's pretty damn cool, actually.
Hey, it's a global competitor, a logo competition where trainers can battle each other to win in-game awards. You do not have to be in the same area to utilize this feature.
Nice.
So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty neat.
Last piece of Nintendo news that I have, Nintendo has just released their top 10 selling best games and how many they've sold of each. And of course, the link doesn't work.
Nice.
Oh, that's why I combined 2 different links. That was my fault.
Big ass.
Come on, there we go.
Big old
Okay.
links.
Number 10, Luigi's Mansion 3. 5.3 million copies sold.
Holy shit. For Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah, all these are
Holy
pretty.
shit.
All
There
these are
were
up there.
5.3 million people that played the first 2 ones.
Yeah, it's unreal that the amount of sales. The Switch itself has sold 100 million copies recently. 100 million units recently.
Wow.
Yep. I don't know what has struggled. Okay. Yeah, and the top 6 games have sold over 10 million each. Just throwing that out there.
Damn. So,
So
at
that-
10th.
So number 10, once again, Luigi's Mansion 3, 5.3 million. Number 9, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, 5.85 million copies.
There weren't even that many people who played the original.
Yeah, which is crazy to think about. Super Mario Party, 9.12 million. Splatoon 2, number 7,
Splat Tim.
9.8 million. Number 6, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee combined total 11.76 million units. A game that has been out for 2 months. Number 5, Pokemon Sword and Shield, 16.6 million copies in the 2-month time span that it's been out.
Fun.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Number 4, Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 16.34 million copies. Number 3, Super Mario Odyssey, 16.6 million. Number 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 17.7 million copies. And number 1,
I bought 3 of those.
you did. And number 1 by far, by over 5 million more copies.
Mario
Number
Maker
1,
2.
nope, Mario
Mario
Kart 8 Deluxe. 23 million copies of that game have been sold since the launch of that game, which I think that was a launch title for the Switch.
Jesus, that's a lot of games.
I don't believe so.
Jeez.
Well, nevertheless, but yeah,
It was
23
launch
million
window, but I
copies.
didn't think it was launch title. And that sold more than the fucking console it was originally on.
Yeah, which is unreal. Yeah, the
Or
Switch right now is
basically
booming.
sold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Switch is on fire, and there's no signs of slowing down. Yeah, that was the big thing. Oh, last piece, for anyone who does care, Pokimane. She is a Twitch streamer. She is the first streamer to sign an exclusive deal to Twitch, where she will stay exclusively on Twitch for the next 5 years. She is the first female to sign the deal for Twitch, making her one of the first. There's a bunch of guys that have, but she is signed exclusively to Twitch. Her
Good
name
for
is
her.
Pokimane. Pokimane. James, go ahead.
I had to say that when I took a swig of my delicious Guinness.
Hashtag sponsored, not sponsored.
No, hashtag not sponsored. All right.
Not sponsored.
So the Nintendo PlayStation. We talked about this not too long ago. Maybe what was it, like last month, 2 months ago, something like that.
About a month ago.
So the Nintendo PlayStation, for those who don't know, was going to be a system.
Damn, son,
that
where'd you find
Sony
this?
made that was going to be a Super Famicom and a disc system that used CDs. Only a handful are known to exist. One of which is this one in particular. This is the only one that's known to work.
Hey,
It
thanks
went
for the
to
cheer,
auction.
Amory.
It went to auction with Heritage Auctions, and I think the initial price was either $100,000 or $150,000. Was the initial starting bid. It sold for $360,000
Sure did.
Damn.
for a game system that does not play any games.
It's so true. It's so true that nothing works for it.
And it never was actually released. Because
The
famously,
nostalgia, I guess.
Nintendo screwed Sony over, and instead of, after Sony made these prototypes that worked, Nintendo went and partnered up with Philips to let Philips make games using their intellectual properties for the CDI console. And we all know how that went,
So,
and that was poorly.
on a side note, though, when it's all said and done, looking forward 20 years later, did Nintendo make the right decision by not partnering with Sony?
Oh, no.
But look
I
at where
mean,
they're at
this
now
is-
with the Switch. Like all these years later, like
Yeah, but then they wouldn't have like Sony in the market because this right here, Nintendo's screwing Sony out of this, making of this deal, is the reason why Sony got into the games industry.
Yeah, that's true. Because that's why they made the PlayStation.
They
Yeah.
were so fucking butthurt that they released a PlayStation.
I would have been.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. If they
they
never
were
did that, Sony wouldn't have.
Butthurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take
And
the
then
whole one of the competitors
but-
out.
On the other hand, we wouldn't have classics like Mario Hotel or Hotel Mario, Legend of Zelda, Wand to Camelon, Legend of Zelda, Link Faces of Evil, Zelda's Adventure.
Seems like you're struggling there, my guy.
Quality.
Quality.
We wouldn't have great lines we wouldn't have the great lines. You know what they say, Luigi? All toasters toast toast. We wouldn't get that. We wouldn't have gotten that without Phillips coming in and being the real bro and spending like $5 on animation.
That's true.
Should I save the new TV show coming out for the movies?
Yeah.
Okay. Game that is highly anticipated for PlayStation got announced. Well, not announced. A release date has been confirmed. Ghost of Tsushima, the new game by Sucker Punch, the people that made Sly Cooper and the Infamous series, is officially being launched on June 26th for the PlayStation 4. There are currently no details on if there's going to be an upgraded version or anything for the PlayStation 5. I'm sure we'll learn a little bit more about that when Sony decides to announce Sony decides to talk about the PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Whenever they decide, I think it's about time for us to release some details on our next generation console.
Speaking of Sony, here's a great little service that Sony has called PlayStation Now. Nate, I was telling you about this.
Yeah.
I was going to. Added some new games to PlayStation Now, and some of them are real fucking bangers, may I say. So, this month, we got games like Shadows of the Tomb Raider, Wolfenstein 2, NASCAR Heat 3, Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, the PS4 version, Knights of Azure 1 and 2, Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13, Tokuden 2, which is just Monster Hunter, but with Dynasty Warriors, Warriors All-Stars, and Control.
Nice.
So those are, at least Shadows of the Tomb Raider, Control, and Wolfenstein are absolute bangers. Warriors All-Stars is a guilty pleasure of mine. And Romance of the Three Kingdoms is a lot of reading. One of the games that came out with that with the PlayStation Now was Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, the PS4 version. Hey, Dead or Alive 6 is out. Guess what? Dead or Alive 6 is fucked.
It's true.
So, Dead or Alive, as we know, is the wonderful video game about boobs. And also a little bit of fighting.
Beach volleyball, man.
We also know that Dead or Alive is a series bent on taking all of the money from their
100%.
players. Dead or Alive 5, I think, had about $2,000 worth of DLC.
It really did.
All of which was just a bunch of costumes. But hey, they managed to one-up themselves this time. So, in DOA 6, they added a feature
Oh my jeez. Me something stupid.
where you can change the character's hair color.
Woo!
There are 16 different hairstyles or hair colors that you can change it to. Now, how do you get those different hair colors, you may ask?
How do you get them?
Ask there. Thank you. Most people would say, "Oh, you just unlock them," or "Oh, you buy them in a season pass." No, nah, that's not cost effective.
That's not cost effective.
You have to buy these passes to change the hair color. You can tell my voice is starting to die here. I'll try to make this a little quick. So you buy these passes. Guess how much a pass costs?
It's probably
$25.
$100.
A single $1.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
That's
That's
shocking.
fine. Yeah, no, that's shocking. So for one character, if you wanted to get all the hair colors, it would be $16. Not terrible. Still pretty shitty, but not terrible. But here's the thing. When you use that token to change hair colors, you don't unlock that hair color.
What?
No, you don't unlock it. You just change it. So say you want to change back to the original hair color. Guess what? You gotta
Gotta
use
buy
another
it again?
token.
Ooh.
You gotta use another token. Hey, you like that? You like that? You don't really like the blue that you chose? You wanted to go back to the yellow that you already chose before? Guess what? You gotta spend another $1.
Damn.
There are
So,
people that are
gotta be-
hardcore into that game. You gotta
That's
fucking do it.
booty.
It's
At-
ridiculous.
you know, at that point, the people that are really into this game just use Source Filmmaker already. Just fucking use Source Filmmaker. Do it.
Yeah.
We know why you like the game.
That's true.
Or there, I forget what it's called. There's a game called like Honey something. All it is a VR game where you just go to town on anime ladies. Just play that. It's $60. You just pay for it once. Just do it. We
can
all
get it
know
over
why you like this game. We all know why. That's my clues.
Very true, though. He's not wrong. Getting some tech stuff, shall we?
Yeah.
What we got,
What's
Nate?
going on in the world of tech?
news.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about Great Place Canada real fast. So according to Kamloops, BC now, Kamloops is I'm pretty sure it's a capital of Canada. Whatever. I'm not from there. I don't know.
Anyone from Canada, we apologize.
Okay.
I have friends in Canada.
British-
They'll tell me if
British
I'm wrong or
Columbia
not.
is a province of Canada.
Providence. Yeah, okay. Kamloops is
Okay.
part of BC. So anyway, so what they're saying is, so Navdeep Bains, Minister of Industry,
Rebecca.
made the announcement in Scarborough today, and said there's a 2-year timeline to get this plan that I'm about to explain achieved. His quote specifically, it's a tiny bit long-winded, so let's go through this real quick. All right, Canadians shouldn't have to choose between having a cell phone, said Baines. These new tools build on a number of initiatives we already had set in place to help lower prices, improve access, and ensure affordable, high-quality wireless services in every corner of our country. These targets aren't met in 2 years. Baines says the government will use other regulatory tools to take action. And then there was a tweet from someone else that's like high up as well. Jean Yip, I believe. Jean, she's a lady. I'm gonna assume it's Jean. I assume things are. There's a lot of French stuff up
Shouldn't
there, so I
assume.
figured maybe Jean. But anyway, Jean said there's the announcement in Scarborough to make wireless services more affordable. These measures will increase competition and lower prices, making sure Canadians have a fair and equal chance to benefit. Now, I remind you, is Canada higher priced? Sure, but they also have a lot less shit they gotta pay for when it comes to, I don't know, living. Anyway, the move is expected to translate between $150 and $180 in savings for people each year, although the numbers will certainly vary. A price comparison study done last year to show Canadians have been paying more for their cell phones than consumers in other G7 countries. I'm not 100% sure what G7 countries means. Do any of you happen to know?
That is, I thought like
It's generation. The G stands for generation.
Oh,
5G,
generation
6G,
7 countries?
7G. Yeah, so
Well, no. 5G, huh?
I think that's what I would imagine. Am I wrong?
G7 countries. I have no idea. I don't know. Anyway, you could definitely be right. I have no idea.
I'm probably not.
I didn't think so.
But he's absolutely right, man, because I have Canadian customers come in and they tell me about their price plans and what they're paying, and they're paying like ridiculous prices for cell phone service up there. To have a cell phone service that can come down to the States and back, because we get a lot of snowbirds down here, right? Their bill is like $160 a month for just for the same thing you have, basically. It's absolutely insane. I've talked to customers about, dude, just open a line down here and then like take it up there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I gotcha.
It's pretty crazy.
So they had kind of made the comment of, they said they are going to, they made a proposal saying that all 3 major networks up there, and mind you, anyone who sends phones up there, so like the iPhones, all that good stuff, would have to also abide by this in some certain way. At least that's how I would imagine. Maybe I could be, but they're going to have to cut their prices by 25% across the board, each one of them. Their responses were basically hard no. And mind you, this wasn't just like a comment that, hey, you should do this. This was, you're going to cut prices by 25% or else. It was still hard no. I think it's kind of amusing because I'm very curious to what or else means. Is the government going to kind of, like the Canadian government trying to like make their own thing and try to make it as affordable as possible? I find it amusing that, like, I don't remember which one it was, I'll have to find it, but like the easiest way to put their legitimate response was as plain as day, no. They're just not going to do it. And I find that kind of amusing. It's, I don't know what.
Corporations are evil.
Yeah.
And money hungry.
And then my other stuff, because a lot of it's across the pond kind of stuff. The other parts, the good old European Union's back making some bold claims again. And we saw how well it worked the first time when they tried to basically come at Apple and say, if you don't quit using the Lightning connector, we're going to do something. And Apple was like, we're done with that anyway. We're going to be moving on to portless. So they were like, oh, we'll have to figure out how to bitch about something another way. They sure have. So, all phones that are going to be sold in the European Union, they would like to be able to have a removable battery. At first take, does that sound interesting? Does that sound good? Because, I can just get a replacement battery. Doesn't that make everything easier?
Nope.
No. Not even a little bit.
I will admit, I like the idea of being able to pull your battery out. I don't like the idea that you can never, like, if you really think about it, technically, yeah, you can let your battery die, I suppose, but technically you can never really shut your phone off. You know what I mean? Like, you can never...
I get what you're saying, but think about it, the fact that we would have to regress multiple years in advancements, and we would have, I mind you, 0 water resistance.
Yep.
0
that's the
resistance.
big thing, is the water resistance.
Like, we're going to lose so much, and then phones would become as volatile and plastic
right now,
and cheap.
That's the thing, is like, who knows if that gets actually put into play 5 years down the line. They might actually be able to have removable backs with water resistance. Like, if that's something that actually happens, that's something that they'll have to account for.
How, I feel like that would be, I feel like that would drive the prices of phones up at that point, because they would have to go into.
They're already
new
like
materials.
$1,500.
yeah,
I mind
sure they
you,
can figure out a way.
that's on the extreme side. That is going for the absolute most top of the line possible thing. Like, completely setting aside the whole foldable aspect. You don't have to buy the $1,400 option.
Yeah,
you can
but
buy
the
the
14,
cheaper options.
if this was to go into effect, you sure as shit that $300 phone would not have this water resistance in it.
No,
if they were
absolutely,
to have
but
a
they
removable
don't
back.
anyhow. $300 phones, like all Motorola's, LG's, anything like that, they don't have a water resistance.
Yeah,
Like the G series from Motorola, you bet your sweet bippy you just have to fall in the water. It's done.
but there are
There's
even
no
phones that are in like the
IP66.
there are even phones in like the $500-600 range that have water resistance.
I'm
Things from Huawei and TCL and Red.
I
and
forget
Oppo.
Red's a company still. Yeah,
Oppo.
no, you're
They're
correct.
all water resistance, but they're definitely not going to have
Mm-hmm.
some magical way of having a removable back without the water resistance. It's still going to be relegated to the upper echelon iPhones, Samsungs, even hell, probably maybe even if Google's still around with their phones, even like probably maybe their high-end Google phone.
No, yeah, like it doesn't. The fact of what Mark was saying, like, if they decide to do this, yes, we could probably eventually get to a point where there was water resistance. But I mind you, there would be no budget phones anymore because they're going to have to use extra parts and phones are going to get even thicker. And that's not what everyone's asking. People do they want a bigger phone? Sure. But no one's saying they want to put a brick in their pocket again, which is what I think this would cause. I could be wrong, but like if they were to do some water resistant removable back, it would have to be a back that would latch down and like seal a gasket or something. Wouldn't that be like the idea behind it? Like there's no way you can fucking have a slide.
And then same with wireless charging.
Right, like you would
That would change.
unless you make a glass back with like a
Well, no, and then even where would the connectors plug in?
Yeah, because that QI would have to somehow sync with the phone. Yeah, it doesn't work. Like they're absolutely out of their minds. Like I get why they're talking about this. Like, will it make repairs easier? Sure, whatever. But that's going to cause so many other, and it physically will not make any sense. Because like the big thing is Apple or Samsung, they would have to forego slimmer designs or water resistance capabilities, and because the chassis simply wouldn't allow it. You would have to have like, I can't even fathom how it would work right now. Like, you would have to have some form of backing that would seal down with gaskets. Say goodbye to wireless charging. Say goodbye to, especially Samsung's big push, that reverse wireless. That's their big thing right now. They couldn't have that unless they were to have that inside of the seal to only talk to the device sitting on top of it, but that wouldn't be able to charge the phone unless they were to have like a small little circuit board that plugs in from the back and like it clips in like kind of like a USB almost that's inside of the phone to like translate the power going from the QI into the phone. I don't know if any of that made sense, but like I feel like at least they can get the idea of what I mean.
We're all going to the Total Recon phone soon, anyways, where you go, hello? Hey, what's up? Okay, bye. And you put your phone down, it disconnects, and then you put your contact in, and then you can see everything and take photos. You just blink. I just took a photo using my contact camera, so that's what we're going to soon, anyway. So
They
Google
apparently
Glass is
want
the future, guys.
And the crazy thing with this is that they plan on having the documents hit the light of day and actually hit like the board this mid-March. So mid this month is the plan to have this on like deck. Like they want everyone to start talking about this and planning as if it might happen. Which no. This would be a major regression. But I mind you, so they're only talking about the phones that are sold over there. So is the EU just going to get fucking super fucked and lose all of these great capabilities that our phones have? Like, is it just going to be European versions? Because they already released, like, only the Exynos chip over there. They don't get, like, the Qualcomm stuff. So they already get, as far as I know, I think the Exynos is just as powerful, but I don't think it's, like, optimized as well. I could be wrong. I have no idea how the Exynos chip works versus the Snapdragons. But I didn't think they were perfectly on par. I know they're close, but that would just be another thing they would have to sacrifice comparatively. I don't know. I just think it's a terrible idea, but it seems like they're really pushing for this time, and the EU is gonna fuck some stuff up.
We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we never thought we'd go back to flip phones, and we were there now. So
I mean, true.
if they can do it right, they can get it right, get it tight.
I just don't
As,
know if there's a right way to do a removable back and keep all of these features. Unless they
Not
would do like the
anymore.
GZ1 phone, where like the battery would be connected into the back. So that would be where you could keep your wireless charging, but you still have to find a way to make the back metal. Because the GZ1s, they had that little twist that you actually unhinged the phone, because that was like the super military grade phone. And the whole back was the battery. And you took that out and had to get rid of that and get a new one. That would, I guess that would work, but that phone was that phone was legitimately a brick. Like I had that phone and it was hefty. It was a chunky boy,
Hefty.
big chunk guy. But yeah, that's just the two little things from across the pond that I had.
Did you got some tech stuff, Mark?
No, I already went through all of it.
Oh, okay. I'm McGowson. You got any quick things before I speed run some movie news, some movie
Alright.
news?
Speed run. Let's go for the world record.
That's not actually gonna happen.
Hit it.
So,
Timer starts now.
box office news. Onward is #1 in the box office. It's actually disappointment as it only did $40 million. Onward is a Pixar and Disney movie. It is the lowest grossing Disney and Pixar movie launch to date, only at $40 million, and is already banned in all the countries in the Middle East. During one of the scenes, one of the teachers tells the two main characters that she has to go talk to her girlfriend before they can leave, meaning that she's a lesbian, and being gay in the Middle East is illegal, so they have banned it. Sonic Hedgehog 2, the sequel, is already being in talks, and they are going to introduce Knuckles. And the main person they are looking at for Knuckles
The enchilada.
is Keanu Reeves to play the voice of Knuckles.
What?
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
You know what? I don't even care if he doesn't sound anything like Knuckles in the games. Just give me fucking more Keanu Reeves.
Yep, they
That man
are.
deserves it.
He is the main prospect that they are going for to be the voice of Knuckles in Sonic 2.
Yo, just have Keanu Reeves just voice everyone in that fucking movie. I'll be happy.
That'd be fucking amazing. More news from Fantastic Four, the first movie Fox that is being redone. John Krasinski continuously posting Easter eggs about him being Mr. Fantastic, and it is leaning that way, but Emily Blunt, his wife, might have debunked those theories in an interview that she just did, saying that she has not had any with the MCU about her being Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, or whatever, Elastigirl, whatever you want to call her. Not Elastigirl, Invisible Woman. Elastigirl is the Incredibles.
That sure is.
Chia says that no one has talked to her, and she doesn't believe anyone's talked to her husband John either. So he may just be trolling everybody. But
So John has had a couple fucking like interviews, and he's talked about it. That he has conversated with. That was.
Oh yeah, he's definitely talked to people. I think they're both just trolling at this point because people really seem to be interested in having them being Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic.
She needs to be Reed Richards. That's all.
So I think they're both just kind of playing because obviously they can't say anything until it's worldwide release. Otherwise, they get in a lot of fucking trouble. Speaking of Marvel, Christian Bale, Batman, is coming over to the MCU. He is playing the villain in Thor: Love and Thunder.
Ooh. Okay,
So-
I'm curious. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, Batman is the new villain, and Thor: Love and Thunder. He will be. It doesn't say what character he. But it has confirmed that he is the main villain. So Batman's coming over.
I'm excited.
Speaking of Batman, they just released pictures of the new Batmobile. It is a sports car. Know what to say who he is?
So it doesn't say who he is, but you remember how in Endgame he left with the Guardians, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember in the end of Guardians 2 how the end credit scene was the talks of the one guy that was in the being, I should say, it's a
Adam
guy.
Warlock.
Correct. It looks like he might be looked at for Adam Warlock. He
That would be
needs to
interesting.
get in the prettiest shape of his life.
Oh
Because
yeah,
mind you,
he has to
Adam
be fucking
Warlock
jacked.
he's
The Rock.
he has the perfect swimmer build. He has the washboard. He has like that perfect T frame that goes right down. He is like super he's not super thin, but he's like thin but built as possibly can be when you have a small frame.
He's got that
And-
chiseled body.
He better have the most fucking on point, could cut a goddamn brick
Diamond.
jawline. Like that jawline on Adam Warlock. I mind you, this sounds very weird the way I'm explaining these things.
Yeah, it does a little
but, like,
bit.
you gotta
Man crush.
understand, Adam, the character Schroeder, and anyone else who wants to look up the character Adam Warlock, and you'll
I'm looking it up
understand
now.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
He is
he's
the
One of
most-
them look like a child.
Adam Warlock is like the pretty guy. Like he is like that's why they were looking at Zac Efron originally for him, because Zac Efron is the exact body frame and everything for him. But I mean, Christian Bale, I will say, he's damn good at method, and he might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, I remember
just-
when they showed him in the ending trailer of that movie, on the Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The fucking crowd went nuts. Like, oh my god, it's Adam Warlock!
Yep,
Holy
I was
shit.
hype as fuck, dude. I am so excited to see Adam Warlock on the big screen. It also looked like he might play characters, but Adam Warlock is one of the characters that they're looking at.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, so
Put Keanu Reeves' face as Adam Warlock.
Yep,
you
that
go.
was another one.
Thanks for the
So
follow,
going back,
Lizard.
DC Universe, they released the
Appreciate it.
Batmobile. It's a muscle car, is what the new Batmobile is going to be. A lot of people are calling it Bat and the Furious, Furious and the Batman, Fast and the Batman, because it looks like a Fast and the Furious car. So there's been a lot that Batman is going Fast and the Furious, and it honestly looks like an older Dodge Charger. It's exactly what it looks like. So it's not your tank or your old-fashioned long car. It's a legit muscle car built into a Batmobile. And I think you mentioned this. Either someone posted it. The TV news. The Last of Us. Do you have that, James?
Yeah, I was the one that said, "Hey, do you want me to wait?"
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
So pretty much the only news is that The Last of Us is getting turned into a TV show on HBO. It is Neil
That's kind of
Druckmann,
neat.
who was the creative director and writer for The Last of Us games, is going to be writing it, and he's going to be co-written. It's going to be co-written by the guy who made the series Chernobyl, which I've heard some good things about.
So I feel to play the main character, you have to have the person who plays the voice, right? Of the main girl, whatever her name is. I can't think.
Ellie?
Ellie, yeah. What the hell is her name? She was in Inception.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
She was the
but
main
here's
girl in
the-
Inception. I can't remember her
but-
name.
So it would depend on. That's my right fucking pen phone. It would depend on who is, when it takes place. Because if it takes place in between,
Ellen
one
Page.
and- yeah, there you go, Ellen Page. If it takes place, because they modeled the characters after the people, after the actors.
Yeah, because didn't they actually put like stuff on him and shit?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You couldn't really do Ellen Page being Ellie if this takes place in between, like right after one, which is probably where it's going to take place, because there's a huge gap between Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2. There's probably a good 10-year gap.
Oh, okay.
They should
So-
do Haley Steinfeld, in my personal opinion.
That's a good one.
If anyone's familiar with her, that is, I think she'd do really
Right
well.
back.
That wouldn't be bad.
Are either of you guys familiar with who Haley Steinfeld?
Yeah, Pitch Perfect. She's a singer too.
She's a really good singer. I
Um,
think she would do well as an Ellie though.
did it say any release dates when it's
No.
looking to be released?
They started writing it. That's it. They just got they built the deal and they're gonna start writing it soon.
So I think that'll be cool. A lot of people love that game, so they're gonna love the movie as well.
I
The
love
TV
that
show
game.
as well.
That game is on my top 10 favorite games of all time.
A little overrated.
All right, listen here, fuck.
that's like you're gonna fucking set James off with that comment.
All right, listen here, fuck. What didn't? If you say it's because of the fucking zombies,
No, actually, that's one of the few zombies. Purely the fact that they're technically zombies, they're more of like a mutated species. Because like it's like the virus or whatever, right? And
It's
like
the
that
fungi.
sickness going. Yeah.
fungi infection.
No, like, so I will say I do think the game's overrated. Like it's a great fucking game and it's one of the greatest games out there, but I heard about it so much from like 2013 and on, and I'm just tired of it. No, like 2012, 2011.
It's older.
He's picking this bitch up.
Guess how long
Making
I've
him
been
mad.
hearing about fucking Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
How long? How long, buddy?
It is
When
true.
did the movie come out?
Like 2009, I want to say, or so.
Yeah,
That
something
long.
like that.
Like 10
That
years.
long.
You've missed
And then
out
he-
on so many references.
Everyone's
since,
been saying, "Hey, fucko, watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Hey, fucko.
And he thought he got away from it, and then he.
Watch Scott Pilgrim, you fuck."
Yep.
And you know what? I got away from it for so goddamn long.
You're
And
20
all the
downloads
t-
away.
And all I hear my one friend say is, "You really need to watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You really do. You would absolutely love it." Well, you know what? I'm going to be watching it soon,
Yeah.
It's true.
and I probably am not going to like it.
I don't know. I think you might.
We'll hear about it for sure.
Oh, my expectations
sure.
for it, are through the goddamn roof. There's no
Okay.
way it's gonna meet it. If it meets it, you know what? I will never watch another goddamn movie in my life. If it meets my I'll just watch Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Every day, all day. It'll be on fucking loop in his house.
Exactly.
He's gonna find that he loves the soundtrack to it.
It's such a good soundtrack.
I bet the soundtrack's fantastic.
The soundtrack alone is probably gonna get you.
Well,
It's-
we're gonna
it's-
have to
We'll
see. Maybe
It's
this
the-
episode's just gonna bomb in the downloads.
We get one.
Honestly,
I will feel both bad and relieved at the same goddamn
it is
time.
the most indie movie of indie movies. It's so fucking good.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I've seen The Room. That is the most indie
I
goddamn
feel
movie
like
ever made.
the Room.
That's a cult classic and a half. Don't be
That's
shitting on
it.
that.
No, that
Everyone's
movie
gonna.
is shitty, but it's great.
It's not a good movie, but it's
No,
a solid movie.
it's an objectively bad movie.
Oh, it's a horrible movie, but
But
that's
it's
what made it so good.
fantastic.
That's
Yeah.
what made it so good because it was so bad. Everyone just gravitated to it. They're like, "This
I
is
guess
horrible."
when I say like the feel you get when you watch that movie, none of it feels like it should be how it is, but it's so good. Like,
Oh, hi, Mock.
It's
Oh, I'm
I did not hear you. I'm
Mark has heard that from me far too many times.
Oh, me
Pops up
too.
in video games.
literally fucking everyone. Everyone's
That
such a
and-
comedian.
It's Oh Hi Mock and AA Ron. Those two names have been
Oh,
ruined.
hi, Denny.
Have been ruined forever. Speaking of TV shows, who liked Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Nope.
What?
Who liked Charlie and the Charlie?
Yep.
I like
Charlie.
it, but
Wait,
I
hold
think
on,
they should
wait.
make another one.
No. Hold on. Which one was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
That
Which
was
one
was the
Willy
new
Wonka?
one. That's Johnny. Depp.
Johnny Depp was
Oh,
Charlie.
fuck that
Love
movie.
that
Fuck
movie.
that movie.
You're
I-
wrong.
It's way worse than the original.
I don't
Well-
disagree because one, Gene Wilder, but anyway,
Johnny Depp is a terrible actor.
you're fucking.
No.
So, with that, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is coming to a series on.
Disney Plus. Wait,
It
what
is
is
being.
it?
Sorry for my mic.
It's coming to Netflix.
Oh,
It is being directed by. I can never say it's Taka.
Takawati.
Yeah,
Taika
the
Waititi?
JoJo's Rabbit and Thor Ragnarok, the director.
Yeah, Taika Waititi.
Yep, he will be directing the new series, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It is original take on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It is not. It's unrelated to the movie. So it is a new look, and it is coming to Netflix next year.
I gotta pause real quick. Why
Yeah.
the fuck is Johnny Depp a bad actor?
We can talk about it later.
Speaking
We're gonna
of
have
Johnny
a fucking
Depp,
conversation.
speaking of
He's
Johnny
back.
Depp, remember when we talked about Pirates of the Caribbean 6 and he was not going to return?
Guess
Due
what?
to the
He's returning.
due to the outcry of people of saying that he's not going to return, it got a lot of negative reviews. And it came out that they were looking to replace him with Zac Efron as the new main character of Pirates of the Caribbean. And
Man,
that made
Zac
more people
Efron
upset.
Getting that jobs, man. He's getting that work.
Yeah,
Um,
everybody wants him for some fucking reason.
And
It's
that made
so
more people
He's
upset.
good.
So
love
Disney
that.
had came out and said that they are nixing the idea of Zac Efron and they're bringing back Johnny Depp for Pirates of the Caribbean
You
6.
know why? Like they're saying it's because of like the outcry and everything, but you know why that happened, right?
Well, it's because of things with his wife.
Yeah,
The
his
Amber
ex-wife
Heard
is-
shit was found that she was actually an awful human being and tried
Yeah.
to cut his finger.
Yeah, because it was the whole he beat her, she beat him, and it was all the huge issues of what was true and what was not. And then when it came out that he didn't do anything, that's when, okay, we'll lighten up on his stuff.
I also don't know if you have this in your news. Do you have anything about Amber Heard in your news?
Mm.
Just real quick sidebar, but still on the topic of movies. She is actually possibly being looked at to be replaced in the next Aquaman because fuck her. She played Mara, which was the main character, the main female lead in Aquaman, Aquaman's love interest, the redhead girl.
That would make
And
sense.
they're looking to replace her with I can't fucking remember her name. She's a really big actress and she has red hair. That's like 80,000 different people. But
Karen
yeah,
Gillan.
they're looking at
Karen, is it Karen Gillian from
I think so.
Avengers?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, no, she
Um,
can't. She's an Avengers. She's Gamora. Not Gamora, she's the robot. Karen Gillian, she's
Well-
Nebula. So she can't be in
She-
DC.
I don't know.
whoever
It's
pays
either
more.
Karen. It's either
Amy
Karen,
Adams is red hair.
Oh yeah, that girl too.
I want to remember exactly who it is.
It can't be Karen Gillian because she's in the Avengers. There's no way Marvel would let her become a DC character at the same time.
Hey, man, maybe she would just be like, nah, fuck Marvel. I'm going to go with DC. They're paying me more.
Yeah, but she still has Guardians of the Galaxy, but who knows? I figured that
You
she'd be
know-
contracted through that, but
Oh no,
nevertheless.
it's Amelia Clark.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Amelia Clark's who they want to.
Oh,
Replace Amber
that's a-
Heard.
It's an interesting choice.
So I didn't have that, but that's a good ad. Last pieces of movie news that I have. Paranormal Activity 7 is a go. They have a director.
Wow.
Yes.
Still
Everyone had a
They
very
made
similar reaction.
7 of these?
six
Yes.
of them. They're on the seventh one.
They're on the
Yeah,
7th
they're
one.
they made 6 of them?
It's
Yeah, I-
time to stop.
Yep.
Stop.
It is set to be released next October. Paranormal Activity 7. Yes.
Hey, man, they're cheap to make.
$500.
Yeah. They
Um,
instantly make a profit. So,
The Expendables 4 script has been completed.
they're made 3 Expendables movies.
Yes. Randy Couture though says the script is great, but he doesn't feel it will be greenlighted by any company.
Couture is in it?
Yep. He doesn't think it'll be greenlighted by any major media company, unfortunately, which means that it'll either get picked up by Netflix or Amazon. Because whenever,
Straight to YouTube Red.
because
Straight
whenever
to YouTube.
these movies don't get picked up, Netflix usually grabs them. But he's optimistic that he's not sure if they even will, because he doesn't feel the desire. Expendables movie is there anymore compared to how it used to be.
Not.
the first one was cool because it's a bunch of 80s action stars in it.
Yep.
And it's like, oh man, this is just an action movie wet dream.
Pretty much.
Well, the second one was awesome because you had fucking Chuck Norris
have, like-
making a Chuck Norris joke.
And did you have
Yeah.
like newer stars in that one too? It was
Yeah.
like new. They started introducing like, hey, here are the old stars from like the 80s, and then here are some of the cool new kids.
Yeah, that was number 2 at the end, and number 3 full blown into that, like Ronda Rousey. Number 3 was trash.
I never even heard of number 3.
Yeah, number 3 was
That
garbage.
was like probably a straight to Walmart exclusive.
And number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin punched a chick right in the face. Straight fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin thing.
Straight stone cold.
But it was so bad, but it was
Stutter.
so fucking hilarious. He's up to the yelling at this girl's screaming at Stone Cold, and Stone Cold's one of the bad guys. He just walks up to the chick, boom, straight decks her in the face. Everyone in the theater laughed, and all you can hear was like, "Shouldn't be laughing. That's not funny." It was fucking great though.
We're laughing now.
Yeah, we're laughing now. Last piece. Well, then I got one last list. Run through this really quick, not to go too deep into it. In terms of the coronavirus, as I don't want to talk about much about it. But there has been some major delays. The last James Bond movie, A Time to Die, was slated to release next month. Has been pushed back to November 30th.
Dangs.
Fuck.
The premiere was supposed to take place in Tokyo, Japan, and because they do not want to move the premiere out of Tokyo, Japan, they are pushing it back until November 30th.
Wow.
Everyone
I
is
don't know where they
extremely, extremely, extremely upset. Daniel Craig was on SNL last night to promote the movie, found out an hour before he went live on SNL that he was told, hey, by the way, your movie's not coming out for 7 months. And he was like, why am I here? He actually talked about it on his monologue. I guess he went off script about talking about his displeasure about this. Doesn't understand why it got delayed. This delay will cost Sony $50 million. Because of the production, all of the advertisements they were putting out now has to come to a halt and have to go back and play in October.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that is a big, big, big oops.
Oops.
But don't fret. That slot on May 10th, on April 10th, is already filled with Trolls
what?
2.
Oh.
Trolls was like, fuck, you
So
guys want to
don't-
get out? We'll go in.
Don't worry, Sony's gonna get their money back. It's all good.
Yeah. So, Trolls 2 has moved up an entire month, going from a release day in May to now April 10th. So, you wanted some Trolls. There you go.
Man, Justin Timberlake.
You
Give
want
me
to
another
how
one
about
hit.
Trolls?
Give me another hit.
So, yeah, Trolls 2 World Tour is what it is called, for those who don't know. Essentially, they travel the world trying to collect music strings to combine and make peace of all the different music genres.
Such a fucking dumb idea for a movie.
I thought
it's-
Jack Black did that in Brutal Legends.
Yeah, pretty much.
The game was great.
You're not supposed to know that, okay?
6 out of 10 at best.
Another big thing, the South by Southwest Music Festival has been canceled. I don't remember what is there, but I know it's like a huge music festival.
It's music, movies, and gaming.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I knew we talked about it
Yeah,
last year,
it's
the
a
South by
really big
Southwest.
event, yeah.
Yeah,
it's huge for Houston.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I knew we talked about it last year at the podcast in our podcast, because I seen the South by Southwest in one of the titles. Yeah, that has
It
been
costs
completely
so
canceled.
much money.
Yep. That'll be a huge hit.
They estimated the city of Houston's going to lose about $300 million.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah,
Turn my
that
mic
has
on
been not has been postponed, has been canceled, as well as the Emerald City Comic Con that takes place in the summer in Seattle, which is the second world's largest Comic Con, next to the San Diego Comic Con. is postponed until further notice, which means probably is going to be canceled. A lot of people who can't wait until the San Diego Comic-Con to release their movies in the summer, release their movies at the Emerald City Comic-Con. So that has been postponed. A lot of people are pissed because they already bought their tickets well in advance, and now they don't know if they're actually going to have it. And the last piece of news that I have, survey confirms,
says,
do people really want live action video game movies? It comes out they don't.
big fucking shocker. Huge shocker.
7,000 people took this survey and 50% said they are not interested at all in video game
Only 50?
live action movies. Yeah, only 50. Well, it's still 50% said they like I could give a shit.
Only 50.
50% they don't want it. 10% said they're good for it. The other 40 said I don't give a fuck.
Yep. Yeah,
I ain't
50%
watching
said
this
no.
shit anyway.
50% said no. 25% said somewhat. 25% said very much.
That 25% somewhat was more.
You cut out. What'd you say, Nate?
I was just gonna say that 25% was probably a little somewhat and whatever. I'm indifferent.
Yeah. So they relisted the top 10 games that people want to see, from yes, very much, to no live action movie.
All right, let me just take a quick guess here. Mario Bros, which we kind of already knew. I'm gonna say Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
I'd like to see a Kirby movie.
That'd be
God,
kind of
I would-
sick.
God, I would go see a Kirby movie in a heartbeat.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Fucking let's do it. Let's do a Joshua movie. Based off of Mario's favorite partner, Joshua, the dinosaur.
Yoshi, for those who don't know who he's talking about.
It's all about him avoiding the IRS. Let's do a movie about names. Legend of Zelda. Let's do one on Metroid.
Give me a Spyro.
Give me a Banjo-Kazooie game. I want it.
Oh yeah, I would love to see a Banjo-Kazooie movie.
Secret
So-
of Contra. They're gonna do a Contra action movie. It's gonna be flaying, bro.
I think that would be better in the 80s.
Skyrim movie. Fucking kill myself.
We already have
no,
Skyrim the movie. It's called.
Skyrim
Yeah.
the movie is just it's just Todd Howard playing Skyrim in a movie theater in front of a ton of people. That's all
I'd probably
it is.
pay for that, to be honest. If he had his own commentary playing the whole game, like, I'd probably watch that.
I would just be heckling him
His
the entire
commentary.
time, just like
So, the list going from least desirable to most desirable. Games that people want to see made into a live action movie. Number 10. The most undesirable movie that people don't want to see, but still might want to see. Number 10, Halo. Number 9, Tetris. Yes,
How would you make
Tetris is on this list.
Okay, all right. They were able to make Battleship a movie.
That's true.
The board game Battleship a movie.
Number 8, Super Smash Brothers.
See, you would have to establish the Nintendo Cinematic Universe first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they had Pixels. Pixels had a ton of characters in it.
Yeah, but
It
it's not
wasn't-
Smash Bros.
What I'm saying, but it.
To be that kind of movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like, okay, Pixels. You had Pac-Man, Space Invaders. What's their motivation? What kind of characters are they?
Donkey Kong. Got all that. It's true.
All right, Super Smash Bros. At the Nintendo MCU takes place in the Pixels universe. There we go.
The
Confirmed.
Nintendo.
There you go. Number 7,
Pixels is a part of the NCU.
The NCU.
which I'm actually surprised this isn't a little bit higher, but number 7 in terms of desirable, number 10 being the least, so this is getting towards the middle. Number 7, Legend of Zelda.
I
yeah,
mean,
it's like you don't really need a movie.
yeah. I mean, it probably wouldn't work as a movie. It would be better as a TV show.
Yeah.
Hasn't Netflix been like, yeah, we're making? Hasn't I think I thought
They've
it was
tried.
Nintendo and Netflix were like, yeah, we're making a Legend of Zelda movie for like years.
Yeah, I know they tried. And I know they tried to make this next one as well. Number 6, Call of Duty.
It's just a war movie.
It is.
That's all
Pretty
it is.
much.
We already have Gamer.
Yeah.
Gamer.
The number 5th most spot, I would say, like, yeah, it would be cool at the same time, whatever. Number 5, Grand Theft Auto. Be like it'd be like a mob
Mafia
gangster movie. Yeah.
You got The Godfather.
Yeah, it's already
got
based off of a
Goodfellas.
cinematic.
It'd be like a
universe.
new version of it, like a new aged, I guess you can say. Number 4, going into the more desirable side of things. Number 4, Donkey Kong. it could happen.
Okay.
Hey, Sonic came into our world, so maybe Donkey Kong slips on a barrel and gets shot into a cannon and comes.
Shot right into another dimension. Shot in New York City.
Takes over New York. You know?
Okay,
true.
so what makes that worse than fucking the Mario Kingdom, the Mushroom Kingdom coming to the New York,
So I'm saying, eventually them
Or
two
like-
meet up.
or like Mario and Luigi going through a portal in New York City to the Mushroom Kingdom? What makes that better than
What's the
True.
motivation?
that? Yeah, what's the motivation? Why are they there?
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, I don't know, something happens. But yeah, that's number 4 in terms of most desirable. Number 3, Mario Kart.
What?
Again, Mario
Yes.
or see, now this would be a spin-off of the NCU. This would be the MCU, the Mario Cinematic Universe. Along with things like Mario Party and Mario Tennis and Mario Strikers.
This be something where Mario learns that he has to win this race to save the world or some concept.
It's just Ford versus Ferrari.
Exactly, in Mario. Number 2, most desirable movie that people are interested in seeing in a live-action movie. Number 2,
Pikmin.
it is Pac-Man.
No,
I said Pikmin, but
Oh,
okay.
Pikmin.
I said
Pac-Man.
Pikmin.
Sorry, Pac-Man is number 2.
What?
Again, how would that work?
He was in Pixels.
Nobody went and saw Pixels, you fuck.
Okay,
Just
well,
saying.
I liked Pixels.
They fucking. Just saying, they drove around. In Pixels, they drove around cars
Fucking
that were
joke, right?
I didn't hate it.
they drove around cars that
I
were
like Adam
inky,
Sandler.
that were Inky, Pinky, whatever their guy's name was.
Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde.
Clyde, yeah, they drove around cars and Pac-Man chased them. So
Yo, so if they're gonna do a live-action Pac-Man movie, they have to do it the way the TV show was back in like the '90s,
Where
and
he
they just have to
talked?
have and he has the legs and the arms
Oh,
and shit.
yeah. Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be lit.
Yeah, I would see that.
Good.
Never mind, I changed my mind.
and the number 1 most desirable movie that people want to see made into a live action is the great debate that we have all the time.
I
Number
feel like
1,
that's what it was.
Super Mario Brothers.
I knew that's what it was gonna be.
Mario Brothers was a very bad movie.
No,
It
was
should
it?
never be repeated.
Yes, it should.
It was a poor choice. Let's
No,
just
wasn't
not.
it? Yes,
Yes, it
was an amazing movie.
Nobody. We should never allow that mistake to rear its ugly head again.
It was the breakout role for that one guy who played Luigi.
John Leguizamo
Yeah.
or Jim Belushi or
Yeah.
yeah,
Clack, 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 clack.
Jim.
Clack, clack,
So,
clack, 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 clack,
You know
clack.
what?
It is an
Fucking
amazing
Steve
movie.
Buscemi and Gilbert Gottfried need to play Mario and Luigi. Tell me you
People
wouldn't
are
go see the
asking for it.
movie. Tell me you wouldn't.
I would.
Mario! What are
People-
you doing?
The people have spoken.
Danny DeVito needs to play Mario.
Yes. No, it has to be.
I would see that.
It has to be Steve Buscemi and Danny DeVito.
Okay, I would see that movie.
Yep.
What if
was that
Keanu
fucking
Reeves played Luigi?
No, see that wouldn't
That
work.
would just turn
Be so
into like
serious.
a straight
What if they did
beat
make
'em
like
up
a s-
Bowser movie.
yeah, exactly? What if they made like a ridiculously serious?
What if
you know they had,
Mario
like-
and Luigi was Dwayne Johnson and Keanu Reeves?
exactly, man.
At that point, it should just
Yeah.
be another fucking Kevin Hart and goddamn Dwayne movie.
Oh,
What,
it
the other
probably would be.
guys? Or not the other guys?
No,
What movie?
Central Intelligence
Central
Yeah.
Intelligence.
Oh my god, it's
and
a cop
Jumanji.
movie?
It could be a cop
so
movie.
so then who would play like? Okay, so
And they get demoted,
What
and they
would
have
be-
to like
what-
they're living on the edge, right? And there's a scene where there's cars exploding and people flying and just madness.
Alright, so-
and then it's like the immediate
What
next scene is
characters
they're
would be
being
in this movie?
they're being court-martialed,
I have
so they
my
gotta get
pitch for
part-time
Bowser.
jobs as plumbers because they just so happen to be good at that.
And then the main antagonist is Bowser, but something happens and they get fucked up.
Right? He's like
And-
mutated or something.
and
Yeah,
he's got
it's-
weird hair.
And something happens, but
Eats
Bowser
germs.
is an actual human.
Right?
But inside, at the end, he transforms into actual Bowser, turtle dinosaur.
Exactly.
Or
he
So I got-
slips
I got
and
two
falls
options.
into that same shit that turned the Ninja Turtles into the Ninja Turtles.
I got
and
I got
fucking
two
turns into
pitches here.
a
What are
Ninja
yours?
Bowser.
You either have Bowser, I don't care who the fuck plays him with this version, but like you have Bowser be like a mech. Bowser has to be a mech that like someone gets into, and then like not a crazy big mech, but like a
Okay, I was
pretty
gonna
big
say
mech.
like
Transformer.
Super Sentai mech.
No, like a mech the size of the Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Not crazy big, but decently sized.
but like a giant
Or-
suit.
Right, so it's
an
like
exoskeleton.
yeah, like an exoskeleton.
so it's like the thing
Or-
the chick from the Alien was right, like defeated.
Yeah.
the
We
alien
have grand old Brock Lesnar play Bowser.
Yes. Yes.
Is that
Dude.
not fucking grand?
His acting
Brock
would be
Lesnar
so
as
fucking
Bowser?
bad, though.
Oh, but that would make the movie. That's
Yeah.
why. That's what you would remember the movie from. Is Brock Lesnar's terrible acting.
Yeah.
Bowser.
You gotta have Brock
Okay,
Lesnar.
so
just
who would play
painted.
Toad?
Who would play Toad?
Who would
That's
play
the-
Toad?
That's Gilbert Gottfried. The voice. Come on.
Okay.
No,
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 Toad
no,
would be
no,
Danny
no.
DeVito.
No,
Jack Black.
no.
You have
It
to
would
have
be
that like pitchy, pitchy.
it'd be that kid. It'd be the
voice.
kid from the. It'd be the kid. What the fuck's his name? Just do it. That guy.
Hi.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Shia LaBeouf
Shia
is not
LaBeouf.
Toad.
No.
Do it!
It's gotta be Gilbert Gottfried.
Why Gilbert
Shia
Godfrey? He's too
LaBeouf
old.
doesn't.
Yeah,
Shia
he's
LaBeouf
really
He
old.
doesn't have
wouldn't
the
be
vocal
playing an
range for
actual person as
Toad.
Toad.
Yeah,
just
see,
voice
Toad
act.
would be CG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Toad
Okay.
would be CG.
You can't do Danny DeVito because he already played that role in Hercules. He played that Toad-like role.
Oh yeah, the little goat.
Yeah, he's
The
already a sidekick.
That's why you do Gilbert Gottfried. CG
Well, he was
as
also
Toad.
the sidekick
Affleck
to
duck.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in
But he wasn't animated
Twins.
in that one.
It's true. There's so many possibilities that I honestly feel that they couldn't make this into a live action. Like,
Oh, they
Mario?
could make it into one of the
Yo,
worst movies
Nintendo,
ever
hit
made.
us the fuck up. We got
Mario and
ideas.
Luigi. The action movie.
Yo, you want to make
So it
a
would-
worse movie than the original Super Mario Bros. Movie? Hit us
So this is
up.
what we got
fucking-
so far for the Mario action film. They're both cops. They get demoted. They have to take part-time jobs as plumber. Bowser, played by Brock Lesnar, is
wait,
is
hold on,
the is
hold on.
the science research guy that builds mechs for a living.
Wait,
Go.
Jeff, hold on, wait. Okay, so instead of them getting demoted, they're
Okay.
undercover cops,
I love it.
like trying to find out what Bowser's doing. So they take jobs
Part-time
as
job.
janitors
Yeah.
in Bowser's factory. Like his
Because
business.
he's working on
he has, like a
an
huge
army
business.
of super mechs.
This is how we blow up, boys. Like,
Exactly.
this is how we get
There we
famous.
go.
We're gonna write the
Just fucking write in the movie, start the script, send it to Nintendo.
Nintendo,
Get it
I'm
rolling.
telling you. What's the lead for Nintendo's name, James? I know you know.
I forget his name now.
But you do
Of
know
course.
it.
Fuck.
When I need you to know.
The guy, the ex-president of USA Nintendo, his wife lives. So there's that
Lives where?
in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Get the fuck
No
out of
shit.
here.
Yo, let's have a conversation. Let's sit down. We'll buy
No,
coffee.
not the wife.
Shuntaro
The sister.
Alright, it's
I don't
Shin.
believe you. I think somebody was lying to you.
Shuntaro.
Oh, when I you were there,
Pretty
weren't
sure
you?
somebody was
Furukawa.
lying to you.
Yeah, because weren't you there when that guy
Yes.
yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes, I walked away thinking this guy's bullshitting me. I'm not listening to this dude's lies.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
He
you
said
were
he
there.
was related to Mario. The fuck
Uh,
out of here.
Shuntaro Furukawa is the current CEO of Nintendo.
Took pictures of my
The
arm.
man that he just said, hit us up. We got a conversation for.
Let's fucking make this movie happen. Let's
Me-
become billionaires.
Yo, I'll text
Yeah.
Doug Bowser right now. I'll text
do
Doug
it.
Bowser. I got, a personal line to him right now. I'll hit up Shiggy too, because I can just call Shigeru Miyamoto. He lets me. I call him Shiggy because we're friends.
Yeah.
You
Hey, man.
Tight like that.
Hit us up, guys. We have the #1 podcast on gaming podcast on Podbean. Can't go
do?
wrong with us. Gaming podcast, yeah.
How about
Number
we
one
sit
in leisure,
Number 2
baby.
in leisure. Number 1 in
in
leisure.
both?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's
Bam,
nice.
bam. Take
So-
the advice from us. Make it happen.
Let's do this real quick. What games would you want to see as like a live action movie?
Okay.
Aside from Mario, go ahead.
Yeah,
like,
aside from the Mario that we
serious-
just made.
Serious ones.
Yeah, those listening,
mind
let
you-
us know on our Twitter and in the Discord and the Facebooks.
Yeah.
Let us know what would you like to see turned into a.
Also, Nintendo, if you stumble upon this, I was completely serious. Do this.
We'll write it. It'll be the
We'll
most
write this
action-packed,
off.
amazing thing that has ever existed.
What about
Alright,
you guys?
cool.
Like James was saying, is there anything that you guys would like to see that made live action?
So how many should we have? Top 3?
Give 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't think of
So-
anything, just give 1.
At my bottom, I want to see. Now, I mind you, it's already been done, but I want a good Assassin's Creed. I think Assassin's Creed, if done properly, could be fucking phenomenal.
Agreed.
Mass Effect could
Never
be
played it,
fucking
but-
phenomenal.
Mass Effect.
You need to play Mass Effect.
I
Um,
played Mass Effect.
I know you have.
No,
fucking
I haven't. I've never
dildo
played
bird
Mass
over
Effect.
here.
I have. It's pretty fun.
But my top #1 game that I would love to see as a live action, probably gonna have to be, I'd say, it's gonna be a toss up between, what the fuck is it called? Come back to me. I gotta think.
I half expected him to say and his mic cut out, so he doesn't actually.
Come back to me. Give me a second.
Myself, I would say I 100% agree with Assassin's Creed. That's always been my fucking forte, and making them right in like going from 1 all the way up to Black Flag. I think those would be amazing. Not necessarily the spin-offs, but I think those would be an amazing movie done right, especially not instead of just being a trap to a fucking machine that just moves you around and fucking moves your arms and shit. Final Fantasy, a live action Final Fantasy movie.
Which one? Which Final
That'd be
Fantasy?
kinda hard.
Oh, it'd have to be 7.
But they
7
already
or
made
7 or
2
15.
They already made 7.
It's not live action though. It's still
According to
animated.
Disney.
Yeah, not according to Disney.
It's not. Advent
And
Children
fif-
is still not. Advent Child is still. It's animated still. It's not live action. But yeah, unless in Disney's eyes, they probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But a
I
live
question
action one of
movies
those.
like that because if you've seen anything on Attack on Titan, it looks weird.
Really.
That live action.
I
Attack
guess
on
the
Titan.
summon and the fire, because they tried to do it with Dragon Ball Z and they completely
Didn't
failed.
they do it with Death Note, James?
Yep. Oh, Netflix did a big boo boo with a Death Note movie.
No, I don't think I want to even talk about it.
Which is
No,
crazy.
we're not
They have so
talking
much
about it.
analytical data to work with, and they still botch
That
it.
movie
No,
was literally
Netflix
one
does
of the
not
worst
know-
things I've ever seen.
Netflix does not know how to make their own anime stuff.
Not anime.
I wanna say
they're
my
really good
mom
at making
liked
movies.
that-
A lot of their stuff is good, but
Yeah, but when it
My mom is wrong.
involves any kind of anime,
just stay away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say those as long as it's done right.
I'd like to.
Go ahead, Schroeder.
I'd like to see Bioshock. That'd be sick.
Ooh, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Bioshock series would be nasty. It'd be cool to see. Honestly, Ark. If you actually like the actual
Follow the actual
storyline of
story.
the game is pretty sick, and like as you move through the story, and it goes from basically being a caveman to
I could
laser beam rocket launcher, like
I could see that being like a Lord of the Rings like 3-part epic.
right, yeah. And then for the last one, I need a minute to think about that.
I have mine just so.
Yeah, which finishers, Nate?
So, for my number one, it's a toss-up between 3. Either the last one's gonna be my big banger that I want to see, like for sure. But I'd like to see a God of War.
Yeah, God of War would be cool.
I'd also like to see a
Now, which God
think-
of War? Hold on, like which, like
I think the newest, that
Okay.
of Boy.
Norse?
Yeah. Either that. I just looked at it. Why can't I remember? Literally on the spot, and I'm fucking it up. Oh, this is okay. So unpopular opinion. I thought the game itself was fucking phenomenal. It was just too short, and that was everyone's problem. The Order 1886.
My
I
dude,
love
I love
that
that game.
I mind you, that was one of the best games that have the most seamless. I don't care what
Exactly.
anyone says.
It would go from gameplay to cutscene with no transition whatsoever.
There was
That's
a
what he's
part
saying.
when I was descending from an air balloon where it had literally. I sat there for like 5 minutes not knowing, but I was like, "Oh, the cutscene's over," and you have to continue the descent because they're descending and it goes directly into gameplay. There's no like cut. There's no nothing. It's just perfect into it. Beautiful. My number one epic that I think could be one of the most amazing movies, Bloodborne. I would love to see that movie done well. Obviously, it hasn't been done before, but I think Bloodborne could be phenomenal.
That's a good
With
idea.
all the lore behind that, that's the big thing. Is that game? If you don't look into it, you have about this much information playing through, which is my favorite thing with the FromSoft games. Oh, I also like some runners-up. Sekiro and Nioh could both also be good, but
Sekiro would be good.
with the Souls games or the Varn games, is you have about this much in total knowledge, but I can't stretch my arms long enough to explain how much is in, like how much lore, how much knowledge you have to understand the entirety. And some
Especially the
people
Dark
hate that
Souls.
kind of game. Yeah, but like it's the same thing with Destiny. Honestly, what they tell you in Destiny, that could also be, is about 30% of the total knowledge in that game. Like there's so much more to it. But Bloodborne itself, I love the era that the game is set in. I like the gothic style of the game, and it also has like an almost steampunk vibe too with some of the things that you get. And that game could be that movie. Give me a Bloodborne movie and I'll die happy. Period. I'll die the next day. I just want to see the movie.
What about you, Mark? And I'll go with James last. If you have any. You're muted, Mark.
Is that good? Cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep, you're good.
I'd like to see, was it Overwatch, Half-Life, and
I knew you were gonna say Half-Life.
what was the last one I was thinking of? Gears of War.
Okay, I can
Yo,
see
I had
Gears
Gears of
movie.
War in my head too. That's a good one. That would be cool to see that.
That'd be awesome. What about you, James?
I would like to see something like a Fire Emblem movie. I think would be pretty cool. I would like to see maybe even an Unreal Tournament movie, just something that's like
Be pretty dope.
what's that movie starring Stone Cold Steve Austin where they're stuck on like an island and they have to like kill each other to escape? They're a bunch of convicts.
Oh,
I
yes.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, something like that, but it's Unreal Tournament. That would be fucking rad. And then maybe like I would like to see probably like Okami would be great, or like
The
Goemon.
Condemned. Yep.
Yeah, maybe like Goemon, like a good Goemon movie outside of outside Japan would be pretty cool. just goofy ninja action would be great.
I have one more too. As long as it's done right and it follows the games, doesn't veer off. Resident Evil.
Like a proper,
Another one.
like a proper build.
Yeah, like actual
I can
follow
see
the
that,
games.
that definitely, yeah, I can see that. One that follows it.
Like actually following the games, not going off and doing their own thing. Actually following Jill and all of them instead of fucking what's her name?
Mila Djokovic.
Yeah, her character that's not even a main character in any of the games. So
All right,
that
so
would be.
what do you think is a realistic? What do you think is a realistic, like, time frame to hit like 2,000 downloads for me to just marathon every single Resident Evil movie?
Well, we're over a year and we haven't hit 1,000 yet. So. At the rate we're going, we're getting 35 a week. So.
What do you think? End of the year? If we hit 2,000 downloads by the end of the year, I'll marathon every single Resident Evil movie, and I won't be on any more podcasts because I probably would just have died.
End it all.
Okay, that's it. You heard it here first. 20 more down. They're 19 now, by the way. 19 down. Scott Pilgrim. I just looked. 19 for Scott Pilgrim. 1,020 for all 7 Resident Evil movies.
I will fucking marathon that shit.
Let's make it happen, guys. And with that note, that's a podcast. Let's do some releases really quick and let's get out of here.
Releases.com. Releases.com. I forgot to open up releases.com. Walker, what's coming out for movies?
You got Uncut Gems coming out on Tuesday to Blu-ray and DVD. It was supposed to be Netflix exclusive, but they wanted to capitalize as much as so it is swearing dead. The next big thing, you have Bloodshot. It is Vin Diesel's superhero-esque movie where he basically has superpowers and he is an assassin. That comes out on Friday. And My Spy, where Dave Bautista is a babysitter and he's actually a master assassin. That also comes out on Friday.
Hilarity ensues.
It is. And that's all it's at for
Didn't The
movies.
Rock make a movie like that?
Yeah, Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
What? One movie I would like to see, one game movie I would like to see is a Metal Gear Solid movie directed by Genius Kojumbo. Not
Okay.
Hideo Kojima, but Genius Kojumbo.
Okay, okay.
All right, so today is the 9th. So the 10th, we got Langrisser 1 and 2 coming out for the PS4 and the Switch. Ooh, Ori and the Will of the Wisps were released on the PC and Xbox One on the 11th. Neon City Riders comes out for the PC and Switch on the 12th. Bless Unleashed comes out for the Xbox One on the 12th. DJ Max Respect V comes out for the PC on the 12th. On the 13th, we got Stella coming out for the PC and the Switch. We got Mecho Tales coming out for the Xbox One. We got School of the Dead coming out for PS4 and Switch. On the 13th, we also have Neo 2 coming out for the PS4. My Hero 1's Justice 2 coming out for the PS4 and PC and Xbox. And Ritual Crown of Horns coming out for the Xbox One on the 13th. Not a big release week.
No, I think that's actually the least amount of releases.
Oh, but the week after, my guy.
Yeah, I see that. There's a ton. There is a bunch.
Yeah, no, it's just as much. It's some bangers.
We got a Yu-Gi-Oh game coming soon.
Yeah,
Nice.
we do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a podcast. Where can we find you guys? Mark, start with you, bro.
You can watch me make mediocre content on YouTube and Twitch at MarkDude701. Who knows what I'm doing? We'll see, but you can find it there.
Nice.
How about you, Nate?
I'm gonna be playing Smash. Gonna be hanging out and chilling. Not a lot, honestly. Probably doing some gym stuff. Hopefully, maybe making some content. gonna be probably doing a rebrand really soon here. I already have everything pretty much in motion. I've checked pretty much every source and looked at my name.
Nice.
It's still in the same respect of what I currently have, but just a touch different. I just want to make it one word as to where it technically is, but there's 2 letters in the beginning of it, and I want it to be all one. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's all for
presently
me.
very offensive.
Where can we currently
all
find you?
social media platforms. YF Kitsune.
Nice. Schroda.
Yeah, Splash Screen Gaming on Twitch and YouTube. Team Splash Screen on Instagram and the Facebooks, and then Splash Screen G on the Twitter. Did I do that right? Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. Twitter.
Yep. And
What
then
are you doing?
well, probably ARC stuff. That's probably what I'm going to be up to for a little bit here. But once I get all the server settings 100% where I want them to be, I will be promoting the hell out of it. So hopefully we'll be getting other tribes and people running around on the island with us, which would be nice. We're playing the Ragnarok one right now, but I'm going to get in touch with... apparently you just can't cluster a server without contacting the host people. So hopefully over the next week I'll be able to get the island. Is that what you guys want to do? I mean, you guys are the main players. You guys want to do the island? We'll cluster the island to it.
Yeah, whatever the first one is.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's do it.
I'm down for whatever. I really not Cataclysm, Genesis.
You nodded what?
I really want to fuck with Genesis.
Okay.
I nodded.
Do you have
I
that?
like how that's just a verb now.
I'll pick it up the second someone else decides they want to.
Oh, well,
I don't want to
Mark's
buy
been
it
playing
until everyone.
I mean, I have a server set up for it if you ever want to play it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just really difficult. Like,
It's really
Okay.
good.
beware, it's a huge ass grind, and it's a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
Yeah, like I've probably put 8 to 10 hours into it and made close to no progress.
Nice.
That's
Damn.
epic hard. So, yeah, that's what I'll be up to. Other than that, I might do a little bit of branding stuff. I gotta start getting all the back end stuff to this move I'm about to make here sorted out. So, but other than that, that's pretty much not a whole ton else.
Nice. And Mr. Jameson.
You're ruining
Well,
their chapstick
hey.
doing that.
Yeah, you are. Well, hey,
Vaseline.
do you like Final Fantasy VII and Yakuza 0? Well, when I feel well again and able to talk, and my buddy is free, we're going to be recording more of Yakuza 7 Final Fantasy 7 Yakuza 0 at youtube.com/people8studios. We haven't recorded anything in like a fucking month, and we're out of videos. So, yay. We're not going to see that for a little bit. But if you also like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and I might get back to Jedi Fallen Order, you can come watch me play those games at twitch.tv/people8studios. And if you just want to see a bunch of memes retweeted, go to twitter.com. Look up at peopleahate10.
Nice.
Okay.
For myself, you can find me on everything, Captain Geach 15. I need to be streaming. I should. I play on my computer every day for like 8 hours every night. It's just as simple as hitting that go button. One day I will. And then you can see
Sometimes
amazing
that's the hardest
content,
thing to do.
like me popping this out of its place and making it into a magical... Like, that's what kind of content you're going to see on mine.
It's living in
Epic.
the future.
It is. I eat out of it, fucking put my Vaseline in it, like, look at that, boom.
Shit, dog.
Fucking amazing.
Lubricated bowl.
It is. Myself, and that's also a hat. You can find, once again, me everywhere. Again, Captain Geach 15, a lot of ARC is what I see in my future. Smash Bros. I think I only have 4 more characters to unlock, if I
Right.
counted correctly. So go there and make love to that like and follow button on all of our streams. Hit the, as the young kids say, the bell to turn on those notifications, and make some
Hit
sweet,
that
loving
bell.
comments. And
Hit that subscribe button and press the like button. So make
Exactly.
sure to comment.
And especially make sure you follow every place Level Unlock Podcast on the Instagram, on the Twitter, at what, James?
LVL Unlocked Pod. That's LVL Unlocked Pod.
Udius.
I felt those work.
Instagram, YouTube, Level Unlock Podcast. Be the first. Podbean, Patreon subscriber. Help the podcast. Patreon.com/Level Unlock Podcast. We'll see you guys next week to James's epic review of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Because you guys are going to get us there to 1,000
Because
downloads.
you guys are epic.
Thank you guys.
Oh,
See you
yeah,
next
y'all
week.
have a
Yeah,
night.
thank you for your time, everybody. Have
Peace.
yourselves a killer.
Have a good night.
Peace.
Today's bear.
You guys, here's a chalky milk for you all because you're epic.
Haha. Like you.
Instead of chalky milk, it's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World review.
Some guy blew up my chat and I didn't even pay attention to it.
Oh,
Yeah, somebody messaged in my chat, and I'm like, oh, hi.
hey,
Have
that Katsuki didn't join my chat this time. Pretty sure he probably unsubscribed from me.
Sorry.
Someone asked about the Obama
Nah, you're fine.
and turning the frogs gay, and I kind of just ignored.
Obama turned the frickin' frogs gay.
I always get some random bullshit. I don't understand why.
That's
How do you feel about Obama and his last term turning the frogs gay and the chemical? How the fuck did we get here?
That dude is a Pepe Sylvia fan.
Yeah, that is straight dank right there.
Oh my god, that's fucking amazing.
That dude's an Eric Salvia fan.
That's the longest podcast we had in a while.
Are we doing
Yeah.
stuffs? Are we doing stuffs?
It's like 2 a.m. for you guys, isn't it?
Well, it's
Almost.
smash time.
1:30. Yeah, it's time to smash.
Time to smash.
That like button.
I got smashed.
Hashtag it.